a beautiful lake. We're going to the Swiss Alps, and we're doing this where you take these little carts attached to this string. What is that called? I'm losing the word for it. But kind of like a mountain railway where you are hanging over the mountains in this little box. Kind of like hang gliding, but you're in a box. And you get to view the mountains from over top, the Swiss Alps and things like that. And, oh, my gosh, it looks amazing. It looks great. I am so excited for this trip.
It sounds like it. It sounds like a great trip that you're going to take. It's a great opportunity for students and even people who aren't students, as you mentioned, they can hop into the trip as well. I was going to make the joke before you mentioned that maybe I got to find some high school eligibility left and enroll at Yankton High School so I can figure out how to get over there and see more of the world. But no, it's something that's definitely, it's a great opportunity, and I think what you're doing is a great thing, allowing kids and everybody to see the world.
Yes, I have made so many wonderful connections, lifelong connections with students and families, and the fact they trust me to take their children around the world is just means more than anything. And the fact that I am helping these children grow and develop as young adults and create passions, it's just something I cannot express in words, and I get choked up thinking about it every time. It's so important for these people, for everyone, to get out there and experience something out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it's like the world's such a big place. You can't just stay where your feet are all the time. You got to get out there and explore it.
So big. And they don't have to travel with me. Even if I'm recruiting, I mean, just go do something. Go see something. If you have an opportunity, never say no. Just jump on it. You never know how much that's going to change your life and impact you to be a better person.
Well, Katie, I'd like to thank you for taking time to talk to me today. I believe school is in session. I assume you have a free period or something to be able to talk to me, so I thank you and appreciate that.
Yes, I also have a student teacher, so I can escape a little bit.
Well, that helps a little bit as well.
Yes.
No, thank you again for talking to us about all your trips, and I hope everything goes well for 2024 with the Germany-Austria trip. So thank you again to Katie Ladwig for YHS Nation. I am Brayden Butler.
Kick off a new career at Wilson Trailer. Wilson is looking to add to their starting lineup assemblers, welders, and drafters, day and night shifts. Score a touchdown with competitive wages and great benefits and retirement package. For more information, go to jobfair.works.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
Welcome back to YHS Nation here on KYNT. Another thank you to Katie Ladwig for taking time out of her day to talk to me about the trips she's led to Europe and Africa recently and future plans for more in 2024. Now here on YHS Nation, let's take a look at the Yankton High School activities and events that are coming up for the following week. Tuesday, September 6th at 11 a.m., the boys golf, JV, and varsity have a meet at Sioux Falls Elmwood Golf Course. Later that evening, soccer, girls and boys varsity have a doubleheader at Brandon Valley. Girls starting at 5 p.m., boys starting at 7. Volleyball girls also have a varsity game that night at Sioux Falls Roosevelt at 7 p.m. Moving on to Wednesday, September 7th, the only thing of note happening on Wednesday is a high school National Honor Society meeting at 7:50 a.m. at Yankton High School. Thursday, September 8th, got another soccer doubleheader with the boys varsity kicking off at Brookings at 4 p.m., followed by the girls varsity at Brookings at 6. Competitive cheer and dance are also competing at Yankton High School. That starts at 5 p.m. And volleyball has a varsity match against Sioux Falls, Washington at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Friday, September 9th, the boys varsity golf team has an invitational at Fox Run Golf Course at 9 a.m. And to cap off the week and the evening, football has a varsity game against Watertown at home in their home opener. Kickoff for that is at 7 p.m. Pregame for that will be at KYNT and KYNTV with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter at 6:05. That's going to do it for YHS Nation this week. I am Brayden Butler. Coming up next, we have the High V pregame show here on KYNT and KYNTV, hosted by Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter, as the Yankton High School Bucks football team gets set to take on the Spearfish Spartans in Spearfish. Thank you for listening. This has been YHS Nation on KYNT.
FM 1021 and AM 1450, KYNT, Yankton. from ABC News. I'm Daria Albinger. An emergency situation unfolding in far northern California. A fire in Siskiyou County near the Oregon line, which started a short time ago, now has people running from flames and hot, dry wind.
It is very active right now, Daria. The flames moving through the town of Weed, California. The fire started at a wood processing mill. Then in 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts, it went pushing into neighborhoods. The initial report in from firefighters on the ground in the remote area was an ominous scene.
I see multiple homes on fire in Lincoln Heights. There's approximately 200 homes in the line of the fire's direction.
That audio from Broadcastify. Firefighters reporting flames in the neighborhoods. Ambulances have been requested. A large plume of smoke up in the air. Daria.
ABC's Alex Stone in Los Angeles. The AAA is predicting tens of millions of Americans will travel for Labor Day weekend. Many will drive, and some hit the road before sunrise.
We're going to stop somewhere after we get 8-10 hours out of the way, sleep, and then finish and get there tomorrow morning.
About 13 million are expected to fly. President Biden welcomed civil rights leaders to the White House today, including Melanie Campbell, the head of the National Coalition of Black Civic Participation.
Use all their power through the administration, especially the Department of Justice, to make sure that they are protecting voters in this election.
In addition to voting rights, among the issues discussed today include criminal justice and economics. A federal judge today unsealed a more detailed inventory of
So Russ declared bankruptcy. The company that bought it sent a letter claiming copyright infringement.
We were very surprised because the Toys logo looks nothing like the Toys R Us logo.
Opsahl family attorney Lema Barassi is fighting the claim in federal court. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
Nissan says it's aggressively pushing electric vehicles in order to take advantage of a new U.S. law which gives buyers up to $7,500 in tax credits. It's part of the Inflation Reduction Act signed last month. Vehicles must have a battery built in North America with minerals mined or recycled on the continent to be eligible. This is ABC News.
It's worse than the FBI raid. Big Tech and the deep state want to stop Donald Trump. Now, Dick Morris reveals their dark plan in his new book, The Return. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return reveals the real threat facing Trump. But Dick Morris says Trump will still win. At bookstores, get The Return or see the free offer and save $28. Call 800-NEWSMAX, 800-NEWSMAX, or go to thereturn911.com, thereturn911.com.
Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Lunges forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown. Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton. Yankton touchdown. Brought down right at the 20. The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton.
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT&RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, First National Bank of Omaha, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the field with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Bucks football, Bryce Ladwig.
And welcome to Lyle Hare Stadium here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It is time for Yankton Bucks football, 1-0 on the season after defeating Mitchell last week, 45-6. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter here all the way out in West River on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee was a helpful smile in every aisle. And as I said, Josh, Yankton 1-0 overall, 1-0 in ESD play. They knocked out both of those tasks in week one, Spearfish. 0-1 start, and looking forward to an excellent matchup here on the campus of Black Hills State University.
Yeah, great start for Yankton last week. We talked about it last week, 45-6, really on offense, clicking on all facets of the game, running the ball really well, averaging over 6 yards a carry, passing Rugby Riken with 4 touchdowns. It was a really impressive performance, and they're going to look to build on that tonight here against Spearfish.
In the Hy-Vee pregame show, we will go over our standings review, our out-of-town scoreboard, and let you know what other games are going on around the state so you can keep track as the 11AA football season just keeps moving forward, as well as some colors of the game, fans of the game. We'll talk a little bit about KYN TV for those that may be just listening, how you can watch the action tonight. We'll talk to Coach Brady Mooth for our pregame coach interview, and of course we'll talk about the matchup all ahead here from Spearfish, South Dakota. Beautiful night for football, Josh. We've been really lucky 2 weeks in a row, just excellent football weather here in the fall, early fall, which sometimes can kind of have that summer weather kind of leak into it.
Yeah, and that's kind of close to what it's been, especially last week. It was kind of warm, but today, perfect weather, a little bit of a wind to it, but really nice. It's not going to get too warm for the guys out there.
Yankton defeated Mitchell last week at Mitchell 45-6, and Spearfish Spartans dropped at St. Thomas More in Rapid City 21-0. So Yankton looking to continue their season opening road trip with 2 victories. Of course, they return home next Friday to host Watertown at Creighton Youngworth Field. Really looking forward to that. And Spearfish wants to get into the win column, and this is their first Class 11 AA opponent of the season. So all of that is on the line here tonight. The last 5 meetings between these teams, Yankton 5-0. In their last meeting, August 28th of 2020, Yankton 58-10 victory. That was a road game for Yankton. Thanks to our sportscaster partners, America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. And Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 3rd and Broadway, or bostonshoes2boots.com. And Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Standings review and out-of-town scoreboard around the corner here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Again, Hy-Vee, there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter for Yankton Bucks football.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities, and the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Let's jump right into our standings review here from Spearfish, South Dakota. And your standings review brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And as we look at the overall 11 AA standings, and there's so many teams tied, Josh, for the top spot, 5 to be exact, with seed points. Brookings on top, 1-0, along with Pierre, Sturgis, Brown, T-Area, and Yankton.
Yeah, 5 teams in first there. It's going to be that second week there. Each team getting a win to start the season. That's just kind of how it's going to work probably for the next couple weeks until maybe a team takes a loss or two there in that top 5.
And then the other half, the 0-1s, Aberdeen Central, Douglas, Huron, Mitchell, Spearfish, and Watertown. However, we look over at the ESD standings, and that already is taking shape. Doesn't take very long, Josh, for ESD conference standings to start taking shape. The defending ESD champion, Brookings, 1-0. Pierre, 1-0. Yankton, 1-0. Huron did not play an ESD matchup last week, but Watertown, Mitchell, and Aberdeen all did, and they're 0-1. So you have your top half and bottom half of ESD standings as well.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that as the season goes on. Once again, like I said, it's going to be interesting. You mentioned Huron didn't play in an ESD game last night, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes as the season goes on.
Huron did play an 11 AA opponent, and that was T-Area. Here's your Week 1 scorers for Class 11 AA. T-Area, the number 2 team in the media poll, defeated Huron 45-6. Brookings, who was 4th in the media poll, defeated Watertown 26-3 at Dana J. Dykoff Stadium in Brookings. And then St. Thomas More defeated Spearfish, as we had already mentioned, 21-0. And then Belfouche defeated Douglas 27-16. That was at Douglas. And Yankton, of course, defeated Mitchell 45-6 at Joe Quintal Field in Mitchell. Pierre defeated Aberdeen Central 54-15. They're just picking up where they left off, Josh, as defending, like 5-time defending state champions. They're going to be good again this year. And then finally, Sturgis Brown, punching up a weight class, took out Rapid City Central 38-0 at where Rapid City Central plays, right there at the School of Mines.
Yeah, it was a lot of interesting scores from last week. And the one that surprised me the most is I thought Pierre would win. I did not think they would take care of business that well last week against Aberdeen, winning by almost 40 points. Really just looked dominant last week up at Aberdeen.
And here's our matchups here this week in a Class 11 AA. Douglas is hosting Rapid City Stevens. Douglas 0-1 again. Rapid City Stevens 1-0. That's at 6 o'clock Mountain Time out here in Douglas. Or at Douglas. I say out here, but it's pretty close to here, about 45 minutes. And then Brookings and Pierre, Josh, clashing at Dykehouse Stadium in Brookings. That is a matchup I'm going to have to probably watch the archive of.
Yeah, that's the big one this week. When I was looking at these games, that's when I immediately went, okay, that's the one to keep an eye on. Those are two of the best teams here in Class 11 AA. It's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Watertown Huron clash at Watertown Football Stadium. And then, of course, right here in Spearfish, the Bucks and Spartans. And then Mitchell hosting Sturgis Brown. That could be a very good matchup as well. Sturgis, I think, is very improved. And each year, Josh, before you and I started doing these together, when I first started, about 5 years ago with the Yankton Bucks stuff, is that every year Sturgis has gotten just a little bit better and a little bit better every year. And they're receiving votes. And actually, they ended up in the media poll this week in 5th.
Yeah, taking care of business against Rapid City Central last week, 38-0. Really a dominating performance to start the season, get off on the right foot. Now you have a chance to go to head to Mitchell and try to get a second win and get to 2-0.
Aberdeen Central hosting at T area. That's another big matchup, and that is at 6 o'clock Mountain. And, of course, those watching back home or listening back home, 7 o'clock Central Time, if you want to keep track of that. And, of course, during the halftime show, the very halftime show, we'll keep you updated with scores from around the state, and not just in Class 11 AA. Let's look at some other classes as well. Let's go ahead and just move down into 11A. Some matchups. Vermilion will clash up with Lennox tonight at Lennox. And then Beersford is at Canton. And then Del Rapids at Belfouche. And Lakota Tech and Hot Springs face off. Dakota Valley Chamberlain, Millbank Madison, West Central, Sioux Falls Christian, Custer and Tri-Valley. And then other teams, Josh, kind of close to us in the Yankton area that we keep track of or even cover on Riverfront Sports. Bonham fell to Elkton Lake Benton last night, 30-14. And then when you move over into the 9B route, it'll be Irene Wakanda taking on Centerville, and a lot of good games across as I'm trying to buy time and find Viborg Hurley. But we'll get to them here in a little bit. But a lot of good matchups as always. When you're this early in the season, it takes about a few weeks for things to really kind of get settled in. As I did find the Viborg Hurley matchup, taking on number 1 Canastota at Canastota Football Field. That is Class 9A. So a lot of great matchups all across the state. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Copay dealer. We'll be back here on the Hy-Vee pregame show from Lyle Hare Stadium in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
The treatment of eye diseases and injuries requires the best technology, along with the newest surgical techniques. So turn to the experts from Avera Medical Group Wilcoxon Eye Associates in Yankton. We are on the forefront of eye care that will allow you to see clearly and with more comfort. Schedule an appointment with us, or learn more by visiting avera.org/Wilcoxon.
Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat and catch the game. Whether it's dine in or carry out, Checkers menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 17 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone, like buffalo, maple bacon, and Asian zing. And don't forget to try their sauce of the month. You can get all these hot and ready to eat Tuesday to Sunday at 11. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill, 689-2244.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter here at Lyle Hare Stadium on the campus of Black Hills State University in Spearfish, South Dakota. It was quite a journey getting here this morning, driving across the state, Josh. But whenever you do get to Lyle Hare Stadium, it really is worth it. It's a beautiful, beautiful facility.
Yeah, you know, it's like you said, beautiful view, great stadium. You know, you look out and you just see this great view of hills and trees and all this stuff, and it really is just an incredible sight. As someone who's only been out here a couple times, it's incredible to see every time.
And I want to thank our colors of the game, brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Spearfish Spartans in their home kind of red maroon colors, white pants, and, of course, the same color top with their helmet as well. And then you have the Yankton Bucks in their road whites. And, of course, the classic red helmets, red numbers, red outline, and white pants. And make sure you're watching on KYNT TV if you're not. And maybe if you're watching one way, check out another way. There's plenty of ways to do so. You never have to miss the Yankton action again. KYNT TV is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and online at KYNT1450.com. And we also have our very own smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. Download or subscribe today to ensure you are always watching Yankton's home stream. Also want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners. Without them, this broadcast is not made possible. And thanks to J&H Cleaning, carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, Jane H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our pregame coach interview with Coach Brady Mooth, all here on the Hy-Vee pregame show.
These days, it seems every day is Casual Friday.
Employees now prefer comfortable, casual clothing.
And JJ Benji's is on top of it with a wide variety of clothing.
Polos, quarter zips, button shirts, t-shirts, caps, and more.
In the most popular styles and materials.
All that you can customize with your company's logo.
JJ Benji's can keep your employees looking sharp and comfortable.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, downtown Yankton.
For screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products,
JJ Benji's makes you look good.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. It's time for our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in large cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. Being joined by Coach Brady Mooth of the Yankton Bucks, the 1-0 Yankton Bucks coach. Congratulations on a big 45-6 victory at Mitchell and how time just keeps on moving. No time to celebrate, right? Just keep moving to the next one in Spearfish Friday.
Yeah, there's no time to really, we give our guys 24 hours, but there's really no time to sit and read too much of your press clippings or anything like that. It's time to get back to work.
And what can you tell me about the Spearfish squad, Coach? It seems that program has had its ups and downs, but they seem to be on the upward trend.
They've got a really, really good bunch of really fast athletes. If you paid attention to them at the state track meet, they had a lot of success on the track, especially on Saturday. Just with how much speed they've got on their team, it definitely catches your eye. They're coached very well. Coach Whiteman does a good job with them. I think this is his third year out there, and you can definitely see the impact he's making on the program. They do things the right way. They're just, it's just still a developmental situation out there for them where it's kind of a work in progress. But the amount of athleticism and speed that they have, if you think you're going to be able to overlook Spearfish, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, we talked to the coach's corner coach. We talked to the coach's corner show coach. But for those that may not have heard that, what were some takeaways that you had that you wanted to work on in practice with the Bucks, even after a big victory?
Yeah, just being a little bit more consistent offensively. Our blitz pickup. If people watch film, and they will, they'll see that we have a hard time handling pressure right now. And we're fortunate enough to have a quarterback that does a pretty good job of mitigating all that pressure and keeping himself upright. But we've got to do a lot better job in pass protection. I was happy with how we ran the football, but that's not going to be that way every week. You've got to keep progressing, and you've got to keep getting better, especially in the run game. The other thing that we really focused on this week was drop balls. We had a couple of drops here and there that were really uncharacteristic for us, whether that's lack of focus or just not understanding where the ball is as far as its flight path to you. But those are things we've got to get fixed if we're going to be successful here as the season rolls on. Defensively, we're playing a much more aggressive style of defense this year, and that puts us sometimes in some tight spots in man coverage, and we've got to be better at that. We focus a lot on just one-on-one man coverage this week, and our linebackers. We've got really, really good athletic linebackers, those three guys inside, but they've got to do a good job of covering in space too. They can't just fill a run fit. They have to be able to cover in space and be athletic out there. And so definitely a thing that we've worked on this week so we don't give up big plays. And that's the catch of playing a defense that we're playing is it's aggressive and it's in your face, but you have a tendency to give up some big plays, and we've got to get better at not doing that.
Well, Coach, hopefully it all plays out well for the Bucks. Take home a victory all the way out in Spearfish. Safe travels out there. We'll talk to you in the postgame.
All right. Thanks, Bryce.
That's Coach Brady Mooth, Yankton Bucks of football. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the Ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, Pedro is excited to announce we have new wages.
General production, entry-level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry-level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes in an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Yankton Bucks football here from Spearfish, South Dakota, and on the campus of Black Hills State University. The Yellow Jackets, as you see on the screen for those watching on KYNT TV. And thanks for doing so. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube or download the Smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners. Aztec Coolberg Pioneer has changed names to Aztec, and change can be a good thing. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus, wage and benefits, plus walk-in interviews. Build your career with a group that's built to connect. From rock to road, click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, the Smet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. All right, it's time to jump into our matchup analysis, Josh, and we'll go ahead and just look at the tail of the tape. And, of course, this is a one-game example, but when I say average, just bear with me. Eventually, when you play two games, it'll become an average, right? But let's just go from last week. Yards in the game, 432 total offensive yards for Yankton, 42 for Spearfish. And how that happened, such a low number for Spearfish, is they did have 70 yards in the air, but minus 28 rushing yards versus St. Thomas More. They just could not get a push on that line and give the running backs any room whatsoever.
Yeah, and and that's going to be important tonight. You got to find a way to keep this dynamic Yankton offense off the field. And one way to do that is running the football. You can't have negative rushing yards on any level of football if you expect to win games. And Spearfish is going to have to find a way tonight to do that.
And obviously the touchdown comparison, Spearfish still looking for the first score of the season. Yankton, however, 4 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns against in their first game. And then, of course, you had the 32-yard field goal from Trevor Paulson versus Mitchell.
Yeah, against Mitchell last weekend, it was impressive. Anytime you see your quarterback score 4 touchdowns through the air and rush for 92 yards, it's an impressive week. And what he did best was just improvise and get things done both ways, on the ground and in the air, and it really played the difference last week.
Yeah, and overall, I'm just looking forward to Yankton doing an excellent job of just trying to hit the ground running, really establishing the running game as per usual, and then that should open up the passing game for Yankton. And we all know what Rugby Riken can do when he's given any kind of air raid opportunity, and that kid has a magnificent arm.
Yeah, he does, and he sets it up with his feet into the air where he's able to extend plays and then able to air it out after that, and he really is just a dynamic quarterback, and he's been getting it done for the last couple of years now, and it's going to be interesting to see tonight how that'll continue.
And Josh, why don't you go ahead and lead us into our key players of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton.
All right, let's start on the offensive end. We're going to go with the junior tight end, 6'4", 205 pounds, Tucker Gilmore. Last week he had 3 catches for 58 yards. He had that really big reception towards the end of the first half that kept a drive alive in that 2-minute drill. And I think he's going to be key tonight, especially on that offensive end. He plays a little bit of linebacker too, but especially on the offensive end, being that safety valve for Rugby. He did a great job last week. And on the defensive end, I'm looking here at Rainer Roig. Interception last week. He was able to get that pick towards the end of the half, force a turnover. That's something where if Yankton wants to really show dominance tonight, forcing turnovers is an area I'd like to see. They did a lot on defense last week, but only the 1 turnover, and it would be interesting to see if they can keep adding to that this week.
Our vision of the game brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. And basically all it's going to do, Josh, you're going to expand your point, and what are the keys to victory? Let's go with 3 for Yankton.
Yeah, I think for Yankton, the first big one is protecting the football, right? Yankton's more than likely picked to win this game at this point by a lot of people. The easiest way to let an underdog into a game is turning the ball over. So I think you just need to keep a hold of it. My second key point, you gotta protect Rugby. I talked about this last week. There were a lot of situations where Rugby was under some pressure and he was able to improvise and keep plays going. But I think that's going to be key tonight as well. And then I think the third point is just do your thing. Don't try to get too cute. Run the football. Throw when you need to. Use Rugby in the run game as long as you need to. That's a real strength of this team, and I think that's going to be kind of the keys for Yankton.
Special thanks to Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door, and the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and of course shipping. The UPS store of Yankton, across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. This is Yankton Bucks football here at Lyle Hare Stadium on the campus of Black Hills State University. We are just about 12 minutes away from kickoff here in Spearfish. Thanks for listening and watching KYNT, KYNTV.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health.
Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Let's jump right into our starting lineups, brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, Whole Health with Hands on Healing.
Yeah, let's take a look at here. We're going to start with the Yankton offense at quarterback. Number 14, the senior Rugby Riken, 4 touchdowns last week through the air. At running back, you have Gavin Swanson, number 30. At the H-back or fullback, you have Matthew Sheldon, number 45. Let's move over to wideout. At the X spot outside, you have Cody Oswald, number 3. At the other side, on the other side, you have number 1, Austin Goebel, and in the slot, you have number 10, Tyler Solar. Moving over to the offensive line, at left tackle, you have the junior, number 60, Caden Wavernick. At left guard, you have number 63, Bryce Picorni. At center, you have, looking at here, I lost my list just a little bit here. You have Cathal at center. At right guard, you have number, why am I losing my list here? At right tackle, you have Luke Bernardo. And looking at tight end, you have Tucker Gilmore, number 4. Moving on here over to the defensive side. They run a 3-3 here for the Bucks, and it's going to be interesting tonight. On the front line, you have Luke Bernardo, number 71. At nose tackling, number 72, Kaysen Storr. And at the other end position, you have number 77, Peyton Eustace. Moving on to the next level, at linebacker, at the jack position, you have number 45, Matthew Sheldon. At middle linebacker, you have Charlie Foote, number 34. And at the buck, you have number 32, Shaler Platt. At a couple hybrid positions, you have Cody Oswald, number 3. And looking at the other hybrid position, you have Tucker Gilmore, number 4. At the cornerback position will be number 2, Mac Riken, as well as starting tonight for Carson S will be number 10, Tyler Solar. And at the safety position, you have number 26, Rainer Roig.
And we'll be right back after the national anthem, back in 2 minutes.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
The treatment of eye diseases and injuries requires the best technology, along with the newest surgical techniques. So turn to the experts from Avera Medical Group Wilcoxon Eye Associates in Yankton. We are on the forefront of eye care that will allow you to see clearly and with more comfort. Schedule an appointment with us or learn more by visiting avera.org/Wilcoxon.
In the stands or on the court, there's a place for you at Mount Marty University. No matter your career path, Mount Marty's degree programs help you achieve your goals, overcome obstacles, and sharpen your skills. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes each of us different. Schedule a tour today by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Our officials of the game brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. And Josh, we are 0-2 on officials and getting that proper information to our booth, but they're going to do a great job. The last game, speaking of officials, a very clean play game between Mitchell and Yankton. I think there was only 4 penalties against Yankton in total.
Yeah, and that's an impressive first week in that front. Usually a lot of times in week 1, you will see a lot more penalties. This is just kind of that first time in live action. However, Yankton did a really good job outside of a couple of encroachment penalties of kind of avoiding penalties in general, and I was really impressed by it.
And then we have our starting lineups, which you did, and thank you for that, but also our coaches. Spearfish Spartans are coached by Dalton Wademan, and then, of course, Yankton head coach Brady Mooth, defensive coordinator Justin Olson, offensive coordinator Terry Huber, and special teams coach Brandon Colpitz. I left out Brady Hill as an assistant coach last time, so I want to make sure I hit that. Brady Hill and Dan Schwach and Jason Savvy and Matt Decker.
See, I think at this point it's funny if you just have a running joke.
I don't know why I write down some.
I think it'd be funny if you just have a running joke where you just don't mention Brady till like halfway through the second quarter or something like
and
that.
And also Brady Hale. Always. And if you want to talk to Coach Brady Hale, Coach's Corner tomorrow morning, but a 9:05 start on KYNT and on KYNT-V. We'll be back in 30 seconds with your kickoff here from Lyle Hill Stadium in Spearfish.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
And thank you for joining us on the Hy-Vee pregame show. We move into game action here at the campus of Black Hill State University, but it is a Spearfish Spartans and the Yankton Bucks clashing here. 11 AA football. Josh, last thoughts here as we're about to have this kickoff.
Yeah, Yankton's going to be looking here to get started quick on defense. They started on defense last week as well. Looking to start hot here.
And the big leg of Trevor Paulson to start things off. And his punting every year, well, it's been 2 years now, but it has been super impressive. And he definitely was able to pin Mitchell many times in that game.
Yeah, we saw one hit into what they call the coffin corner there up in Mitchell last week, and he did a really good job. And, you look at it, he made 6 extra points as well, so he was busy last week, and it's always a joy to see and sit here and watch him play.
Absolutely, and here we go. Yankton Bucks football, Trevor Paulson and the Yankton special teams team on the field, ready to get this thing going. And week 2 is underway here from Lyle Hare Stadium. And the kickoff and back to receive for Spearfish. And someone in the 30s here gets passed into the 30-yard mark in their own territory. So a nice return for Spearfish.
Yeah, I didn't see who had that one, but nice little return there to get started here for Spearfish. Good field position at about the 30.
I believe that was Brady Hartwig, the 5'9 senior for Spearfish. So Spearfish takes over on their own 29-yard line. Offense comes out. Still looking for the first score of the season.
Yeah, and one thing Coach Hale talked about on Wednesday at Quarterback Club is he sees a lot of speed on this offense for Spearfish. It's going to be interesting to see if that'll affect the Yankton defense.
Junior quarterback Seth Hamilton takes the snap from the shotgun and a slant pass in the middle. A little bit of defensive holding there in Yankton, I felt like I saw, but they get away with it. Incomplete pass right up the middle.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of holding there, like you said. Either way, though, incompletion there on first.
Hamilton getting his Spartans all lined up. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He has a lone back in the backfield, keeping him company. And snap now, a handoff. It is to Brady Hartwig down the right side off the right tackle, and he gets to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and that was all on the linebackers there. Foot and Sheldon met him at that level there and only allowed a couple yards.
And it's a 3-yard gain, 3rd and 7 for the Spartans here on their opening drive.
Yeah, I know exactly what you want if you're Yankton, 3rd and long here on defense.
Seth Hamilton takes a snap from the shotgun, has to get out of some trouble, rolls to his right, pass downfield, intended for Braden Delahoyd. But nice breakup for Yankton.
Yeah, nice little play there. Delahoyd had some space, but Hamilton just wasn't able to find him on that. Now you got 4th down.
So 4th and the same yard, 7. Ball on Spearfish's 32. Yankton back to return. Cody Oswald, punt return specialist. And out to a punt is, I believe, also Brady Hartwig.
Yes, he's pulling double duty here on offense and defense and special teams tonight. You'll see him all over the field.
Running punt, he boots it, and it will hit the Yankton 30, out to the 25. It will roll past the 20 inside Yankton's own red zone, all the way to about the 15-yard line. Very nice running punt from Brady Hartwig. Not that they really needed it, Josh, but they kind of flipped the field just on that to really put Yankton pretty deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that's something where Yankton was very fortunate last week. There was a lot of wind, and punts weren't the best for Mitchell. Great punt there to start for Hartwig.
And now Yankton's offense takes over. You have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. You have Gavin Swanson in the backfield with Rugby Riken. And Rugby takes a snap at the 15 and now hands it to Gavin Swanson. He turns out to the right, past the right guard to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 5 for Yankton. 5-yard gain for Gavin Swanson.
Nice little run there to get started for Swanson. Get 4 or 5 yards of carry, you get 1st down. Simple as that.
72 rush yards against Mitchell for Swanson. 1 rushing touchdown. Looking to add to that here. And he'll have another carry. He gets to the 20, having the right side, gets to the 25, bulls forward to about the 26.5-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. That's enough for Yankton Bucks. 1st down.
Yeah, nice play there by Swanson. Once again, just moving the ball forward, getting a 1st down.
And now empty backfield for Rugby Riken. As I say that, he moves Gavin Swanson into the backfield in motion. Pitch option. Rugby's going to keep it himself. He turns to the 30, to the 35, and is hit into his own sideline at about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there by Riken. When you choose to keep on those speed options, you got to hit the hole fast, and he did there, made a decision, and got the 1st down.
Yeah, so move the chains for Yankton. Moving down the field here, about 10 minutes left in the first period. Now Rugby looking to pass, swing pass out to Gavin Swanson, receives it at 35 to the 40, and then muscles his way to the Yankton about 49-yard line, almost into Spearfish territory. And yes, another Yankton Bucks 1st down.
Yeah, nice play there by Riken. He was looking downfield, couldn't find anything, so he went to his check down to Swanson on the swing pattern and got the 1st.
Yankton in the hurry-up offense, wasting no time. Quick pitch out to Gavin Swanson. Swanson now finds a crease he likes and just runs over a Spartan into Spartan territory and all the way to the Spearfish 40 and keep moving those chains. Yankton does, as their hurry-up offense is proving very effective.
Nice play there once again by Swanson. Yankton coming out, wanting to run the ball, be aggressive, and you're seeing that early.
And now Shaler Platt in the backfield with Rugby. And quick pass option to Tyler Solar. Solar drops it. A slant in. Tyler Solar had it, and it looked, Josh, like he had it on the end of the ball. As you could tell, it was kind of an awkward angle with his hands. It just eventually fell out.
Right, nice job there by the defensive back to knock it out and force the incomplete pass. Solar was really close to pulling that one in.
And so now one receiver on each side. Platt in the backfield. Quick tight formation now for Yankton. They're at the Spearfish 40, 2nd and 10. Solar in motion. Across the sides of the field. Now there's two receivers to the left. Rugby claps his hands and takes the snap. He's looking to pass. And it's out to Shaler Platt, but it's thrown behind Platt. He had to go back to get it, and eventually it'll be ruled down. It's one of those things if you're Shaler Platt, you're trying to make the catch, Josh, but you really can't do anything about the momentum that your body is taking.
Right, and there was a little bit of pressure on that one, and it forced Rugby just to kind of get rid of it quickly. He did another nice job finding the check down, but either way, not the most accurate pass.
3rd and 9, and we have a flag coming out right before the snap.
Flag on the play.
Maybe a false start on this one, not 100% sure.
Just judge on where it was thrown, that's what I'm going to say. No, encroachment defense.
Offsides on Spearfish.
Or offsides, rather, and so that will move a Yankton forward and help their cause here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and all of a sudden with the territory in, you have 2 plays here to get 4 yards. You can run here and try to get closer.
Now Tyler Solar in motion in the slot. Now Rugby looking to throw. He does to Oswald. Oswald receives at the 1st down marker, loses the ball, and I believe he was stripped. And it is Spearfish football, a rare strip from Cody Oswald. And it is Spearfish football. That's the first turnover of the season for Yankton.
Yeah, and and that's something I talked about in the pregame. Got to be able to keep a hold of the ball, and right there, Oswald wasn't able to.
So Spearfish will take over on their own 29-yard line. Pretty much, Josh, where they had a punt the last time. So it's kind of continuing the first official drive.
Yeah, nice play there by Spearfish. Get off the field. They are forcing the turnover, and that's something, like I said, I talked about in the pregame. Got to be able to force those turnovers if you want to stay in it.
8:57 to go in the first. Now Hamilton looking to pass. He's looking pretty deep. And it is down intended for Braden Delahoy and Cody Oswald. Nice job on defense, but he may be getting flagged for a little too much contact downfield. And we'll see which way this goes. I think it's going to be going against Cody Oswald.
Yeah, Yankton's been playing a little physical like we talked about on that first drive on passing plays, and you saw it there again, playing tight, physical, up-front defense.
So officials discussing here.
Personal foul, face mask on Spearfish.
They're actually going to call face mask here on Spearfish.
So you and I need to have a penalty bingo game and figure out, or maybe just a side bet, who's going to win by the end of the year of calling the official penalties, because I was wrong.
Yeah, I see. It's so hard to see face mask up here unless it's blatantly obvious. But, yeah.
So that will move Spearfish back 15 yards. Now they are at their own about 15-yard line, 14 rather. Hamilton, single backfield, handoff to Hartwig. Hartwig moves down to the right side. He gets to the sideline and is hit hard by a host of Bucks right at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run there by Hartwig. Made a nice broken nice tackle there, but really good job by the line there as well for Spearfish.
Ball on the 21. And 2nd and 18, 8:25 to go in the first period. Hamilton, silent snap, keep it himself, and a toss down to the left. It is complete, and Cody Oswald on the hard tackle, and it was completed to Carter Leon, the 5'11 senior for Spearfish. And they won't move the chains. We'll get them just a little bit closer to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, once again, nice play there. Move the ball forward. Make it a 3rd and a little bit more manageable here for the Spearfish Spartans.
And it's 3rd and 12, ball on their own 27. Yankton with their 3-3 set. You know, Hamilton scribbles out to his right. Quick roll, he'll keep it himself, turns upfield, and will be stopped short of the first down marker. And that will be held at about the 34-yard line, and that was for Spearfish to bring out their punt team.
Yeah, it looked like Hamilton there had a guy open on the outside, but Solar was able to cover ground there at the end there and make it a difficult decision and force Hamilton to run.
And back to return again, Cody Oswald. And Brady Hartwig really had a nice running punt, his first punt of the game. Got all the way down to the Yankton 15. He'll try that again here. And I would say another good one, Josh, but it went right out of bounds, so that doesn't help the cause. But if that would have stayed fair, he's getting a lot of leg on these punts.
Yeah, but, you know, if you can keep the ball away from Cody Oswald on those punt returns, is it really necessarily the worst idea in the world? I mean, he was a very dangerous punt returner last year for Yankton, and I think it might be smart enough just to keep it away from him.
Yeah, probably not the worst idea they would possibly have. We've seen what he can do, as you said. 7:28 to go in the first. Yankton 1st and 10, ball on their own 45-yard line. Gavin Swanson in the backfield with Rugby Riken. Looking to pass, great protection. Rugby has plenty of time to look downfield. I think he finds Tucker Gilmore, brings it in! Tucker Gilmore at the 11-yard line brings it in, but we do have a flag in the backfield. Josh, I think this one's going to come right back.
Yeah, I think it's coming back, holding here on Yankton. Gilmore was open even earlier in the play up the middle, but Riken with a nice throw to get up to Gilmore, and heck of a catch despite the penalty.
And broadcaster kiss of death, Josh, I said plenty of time to look downfield. And, well, sometimes you get a little too much time and you start getting a little handsy even as an offensive lineman. So that will back Yankton up. So far, not the smoothest plays from either team. I think both are just, especially Yankton, I think the travel really just does that too. A team maybe takes a couple of drives really to get settled in.
Yeah, and you're seeing that early on here, a couple mistakes, a fumble, a few penalties. Going to be interesting to see if they can shake it.
Empty backfield, Rugby looking to pass on 1st and 23. He's trying to scramble out of danger. He is sacked in the backfield at the Yankton 28-yard line. And that is not what you want for Yankton at this point. I mean, you still have downs. I understand that. But if you can't do anything here on 2nd down, you're just trying to get into the best field position possible to really get Trevor Paulson the best opportunity to pin Spearfish in their own zone.
Yeah, and not what you want to see. Now you're looking at 2nd and 28 here. Really hard to get anything positive on this drive.
And Rugby looking to pass again. Swanson into block as a block back. Rolling out to his right is Rugby. Really no one there, but as I say that, with the reception is Matthew Sheldon right at the, just shy of the 40-yard line. So a gain of around 12 yards.
Yeah, nice little play there to Sheldon. Once again, Riken doing a nice job of finding his checkdowns here today and just taking what the defense gives him.
And 2 receivers into the slot, 2 out wide. Now Rugby looking to pass here on 3rd and 16. Ball in Yankton's zone 39, rolls out to the left. Under some pressure, he'll keep it himself. Nice juke move, gets to the original line of scrimmage into Spearfish territory. Maybe, depends where they mark it. I think they're just going to give him just inside the Spearfish territory. And it will be 4th and manageable. At this point, yep, they are going to bring out Trevor Paulson. And with his punt accuracy, I'm really excited, Josh, to see how close to the end zone he can really pin Spearfish.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, pinned one in the corner last week. Going to be interesting to see if he can do it again.
And nice snap and nice boot. Seeing the ball fluttering and is down. Yankton hustling after it. And just like we said, Josh, Yankton able to pin Spearfish within 3 yards. I don't know where they're exactly going to put it, but it's definitely within the 5, right at maybe the 2-yard line. We'll find out the official spot in a second.
Well, I think they're actually calling this a touchback because the guy who grabbed the ball there for Yankton, I couldn't see a number, wasn't fully set and dived in the end zone before he was set, and I believe they're just going to call that a touchback, actually, after further looking at it.
Thanks for ruining my hopes and dreams, Josh.
I'm sorry. I try my best not to.
Yeah, they're moving it all the way out to the 20. I didn't see, from our angle here, it's kind of hard to tell that part of that body was in that end zone.
Yeah, he, like I said, it slid in just a little bit. I couldn't see what number that was there on that, but either way, I think that's what they're calling on that. And like we said, Spearfish will be starting at the 20 here.
So Seth Hamilton. And our cameraman, I'll go ahead and say it, our cameraman, Braden Butler, does not agree with the call. He's saying 2 yards.
Yeah, he's already Sitting here getting ready to judge that one. And then,
we have a timeout taken by Spearfish. Timeouts in the game are brought to you by Hydro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hydro.com. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football.
Tuxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Tuxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on heat, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
An incomplete pass, and the first down for Spearfish. Now it brings up 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 20. Seth Hamilton, lone back, and quick handoff. I believe that's Hartwig with the carry, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as a host of red helmets stop him.
yeah, and it looked like it was Eustace in on that one who made the nice play and was able to pursue to the football.
Now 3rd and 10 for Yankton.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yankton moving some defensive shifts around here. And now Seth Hamilton takes a snap, rolls out to his left. It's a pass down to Delahoy, and Delahoy gets a reception and will have enough as Spearfish will move the chains for a Spearfish first down.
Yeah, what I've seen from Spearfish so far is they're liking to attack outside, and this is something Coach Hale talked about on Wednesday, and you're seeing them exploit that kind of in both the pass and the run.
Yeah, Coach Mooth at Quarterback Club really definitely talked about Seth Hamilton working the corners, and we are seeing that right here. Hunter Walters gets the carry for Spearfish, the 5'9" senior. Not much of a gain, little one here. We'll see where they officially mark this. Yankton doing a nice job, though, of really cutting any gains, Josh, in the slots or right up the middle. It's those edges that have been a problem so far.
Right, and that's kind of surprising here because this defense that the Yankton's running, that 3-3, kind of favors towards playing towards the outside. But, however, Spearfish kind of leaning into that so far, and it's working.
So 4:13 to go here in the first period. 2nd and yardage here for Spearfish. Brady Hartwig in motion in the backfield now. Another quick handoff, not to Hartwig, and it gets to the 35-yard line. So gain of 2 yards on the play. And that was Antonio Serrano, I believe it was Serrano.
Yeah, that looked like Serrano there, number 24. Get a couple yards here on that play. Nice job of the Yankton defense to swarm the ball.
3rd and 8 for Spearfish. Ball in their own 35. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Hamilton in the shotgun. Takes a snap, finds a crease, has to try to exploit it, has to try to get rid of the ball, and he does. Nice pressure by Yankton, getting into the backfield, forcing a more difficult 4th down.
Yeah, and that was Shaler Platt getting in there with the pressure, able to force the incompletion for Hamilton, and now Yankton able to get off the field on defense.
Cody Oswald comes back out to return. And offensively for Yankton, just really struggling to just get that rhythm that we saw versus Mitchell. And I'm assuming, Josh, it will come, but you don't want to blame everything on travel. It just seems like an easy way to go. But it is 6 hours, and we have seen this in years past, this happen.
Yeah, and that's something that Spearfish is doing a nice job of, is getting pressure on defense.
And Oswald gets the return and tries a couple of juke moves, gets to the 30, and that's all he will get. So virtually no return for Yankton, maybe a yard on the return for Cody Oswald. But not terrible field position as Yankton takes over on their own 30. Still no score. 3:17 to go here in the first at Lyle Hare Stadium. And now Rugby and the Yankton offense set to take the field. The ball is actually placed at the 31-yard line. Gavin Swanson, the lone back with Rugby. Solar being sent in motion behind Swanson, left to right. Hand out to Swanson, up the middle. The bowling ball tries to move a mountain of Spartans, and he does all the way to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run there by Swanson, just right up the middle. That's where Yankton's having a lot of their success so far, is just running forward.
So gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6 for Yankton. And now Cody Oswald, the receiver in motion, left to right. Rugby looking to pass. I think Oswald was a safety net, but no, he'll dump it off to Swanson. Swanson cuts out to the middle of the field, and his ankle was grabbed, couldn't go anywhere, and is slowed down right at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was a screen all the way. Use the decoy there, like you said, and dump it off to Swanson.
So at the 38-yard line, 3rd and 3. Need to look for a quick first down here. They have it. Cody Oswald receives at the 40-5 on the left side. Lunges forward, trying to get into Spearfish territory, just short. Right at the 49-yard line, the Yankton 49, but that will be enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
That's been Yankton's bread and butter play on 3rd down so far, is that little hitch route to Oswald on the left side.
And now hand out to Swanson. Swanson into Spearfish territory and goes off the left tackle, gets to the Spearfish 45-yard line, and a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, Daly LaPointe, nice block there, really kind of opened a gap for Swanson.
6 yards on the play, 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 is to give him 6 yards. And now Rugby rolls out to the right looking to a pass. He's looking downfield for Cody Oswald. Has to get some separation, and he does! The Wizard of Oz strikes here at Lyle Hare Stadium. Josh, he had to get himself a lot of separation. He was double teamed and maybe a little bit of a push off. But you know what? That was a great reception.
Yeah, nice catch there by Oswald. I was kind of surprised Reichen chose to throw that one because there was a lot of cover around Oswald. But either way, nice play to make it happen.
Just shows that trust he has in his senior receiver. And now Rugby chooses to keep it. Well, at the Spearfish 13, he gets within the 5, and body is hitting the turf. And he is slowed down at about the 4-yard line. Yankton in the red zone for the first time in this game in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. And the pass out to the left to Cody Oswald. You can put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton eventually found a rhythm, Josh, and just stormed down the field. It has been the Rugby Reich and Cody Oswald connection on this drive, resulting in the first 6 points of this game.
Yeah, and this is something we saw last week with the fade route. The Yankton getting that big play, getting the break, and able to put 6 on the board.
And now Trevor Paulson out to hit the extra point. Lucas Kamshoff to hold. Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick. 7-0 Yankton. We'll be back in 1 minute, 1:15 to go here in the first period from Lyle Hare Stadium in Spearfish.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our #1 priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
7-0 Yankton on top of the Spearfish Spartans. Yankton strikes first. That first scoring drive brought to you by Gerstner Oil. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. And now Trevor Paulson boots it down, and that will be a touchback. And so Spearfish will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Paulson showing off the leg there a little bit, getting the touchback. Spearfish has had some success on special teams frequently tonight early on, so it's going to be interesting to see how that'll go throughout the night. But if Paulson just boots in the end zone, I guess it doesn't really matter.
And I'll see this Yankton defense can keep doing what they have been doing thus far and just really keeping the middle plugged as well as the kind of where the slots are. It's just those corners. I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments that Justin Olson, the defensive coordinator for Yankton, will make.
Yeah, they've really had some speed on the edge, especially there's this little pass sector run where they have Hamilton run out and then just kind of dump it off almost like a screen. That's had some success.
Hamilton gets a snap and he'll keep it himself, goes right up the middle, and Vaden Greel for Yankton. I was going to say he got ran over, but I think it was more of just kind of a, all right, come here, I'll hug you and tackle you as we move backwards. Nice tackle by Greel.
Yeah, nice play, like you said, by Greel there. That was a little play where it was kind of different, where the option was off to the right, but Hamilton chose to keep it and go up middle. I'm not sure if that was an option or if it might have even just been a decoy from the beginning.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Hamilton now. Hand off to Hartwig. Hartwig finds a crease and is double team tackled right just about the 20. I think they're getting forward progress to about the 21 or maybe 2. So basically no gain on the play.
Yeah, the problem with that one there is they had a guard pull from the right side. However, the guard was slow getting there on the play and wasn't able to get there in time to make that run happen.
And a hold on Spearfish. They'll actually back them up another 5. And as is always the case in football, as we know, that penalties will never help your cause.
Actually, Yankton's going to decline that penalty there and just force 3rd and 9.
Oh, there you go.
Or 8, excuse me.
30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 8, ball on the Spearfish 22. Seth Hamilton in the shotgun. He has his running back Hartwig to his left. He's looking to pass. And now he's looking to pass to down the left sideline, and it is brought in by Braden Delahoyd. A huge gain for Yankton, for Spearfish against Yankton's secondary into Yankton territory, a 34-yard reception. And what we just saw there, Josh, is that Hamilton does have an arm.
Yeah, Hamilton has an arm, and he has a big 6'4" receiver there in Delahoyd, and he was just able to go up and get it.
And now the snap, 4 seconds, the last play of the quarter. Hamilton rolling out to his right and just tosses it out of play. And he tried to hit Pauline Rhodes with that football. But, she would catch that thing. But no, that is the end of the first quarter. Spearfish is moving down the field after a huge 34-yard passing reception and a huge first down for Spearfish. And are they ending the first? Like, what's going? Yes, okay. I was wondering, are they going to end this thing or what? But end of the first, Yankton 7, Spearfish nothing. And this is a water break brought to you by Culligan Water, your local water expert specializing in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And welcome back to Lyle Hare Stadium. We rejoin the action. Incomplete pass from Seth Hamilton on a slant up the middle. And a couple of Yankton Bucks got their hands on that one, Josh. That was almost a Yankton interception.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Foote kind of blew that one up there in the middle there, and now you got 3rd and 10.
And so now Hamilton convening with his Spartans here at the Yankton 44-yard line. Has to get out of some trouble. Cody Oswald gets into the backfield. Another pass downfield, but it is intercepted by Yankton. Shaler Platt with the pick, and he moves off field, and he will be stopped at the Yankton about 39-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there. It looked like Hamilton had slipped when he threw that ball, and it looked like Platt was just able to get a nice return there as well.
Yeah, and just taking advantage of anything that could happen, and Yankton exploiting that. So their first takeaway in the air of the game. And now Rugby Riken and the Yankton offense take over on their own 39. Just about 20 seconds into the second quarter. And Gavin Swanson gets a handoff, mows up the middle, and is slowed down at about the 46-yard line. Gain of almost 7 on the play.
Yeah, Swanson's been really effective on those runs up the middle, doing exactly what they're designed for, get 4, 5, 6 yards every carry.
2nd and 3. On the 46, Rugby. Lone backer, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to pass, he's looking for Cody Oswald. Oswald goes to the middle of the field and just leads him a few yards too far. Pass incomplete. And bring up 3rd and 3.
And I believe we're going to get a penalty here on Wavernick. He had pancaked a defender for Spearfish and then kind of stayed on him afterwards. I think we're either going to get a holding or an unsportsmanlike conduct here on Wavernick.
Well, hopefully just a holding. We'll see. As the officials discuss. And they are moving Yankton back. All the way to the 31-yard line. I think your second guess, Josh, was correct.
Yeah, like I said, Wavernick did a good job initially, but then kind of, I don't want to say kind of rubbed it in at the end there, but that's what I think we're going to get there on Wavernick.
11-12 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 18 for the Bucks. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Leading Spearfish 7-0 here at Lyle Hare Stadium in Spearfish. And Rugby with Swanson as a lone back, takes a snap. He rolls quietly out to his right and tossed to Cody Oswald in the slot. He gets to the 40, back to the original line of scrimmage.
And I don't want to ruin your party again. We're going to get the exact same thing here on Wavernick, this time holding, but it was literally the exact same thing from the previous play.
Josh killing my vibes. No, but yep, they're going to back up again. And Yankton just really taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back as far as penalties are concerned.
Yeah, you know, and we talked about how well Yankton did penalty-wise in that first game. He said only 3 or 4 penalties last week. This week, already 3 or 4 here in the first half, and it hasn't been as pretty this week so far.
Yeah, a little bit more sloppy at play. And Coach Brady Mooth wants a timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 1 minute.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
And Josh, what did we just see?
Yeah, so I don't think Coach Mooth agreed with that call on the last couple plays, and he just got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
So 2nd and 41 for Yankton. Rugby just unleashes one to Austin Goebel, is brought in. He's at the 50. He gets into Spearfish territory. He's at the 30. Push from behind, out of bounds. You can move the chains. That's a very long Yankton first down.
Yeah, nice play there by Rugby Riken on the pass to Goebel. Either way, though, but we do have another penalty on the field and another unsportsmanlike conduct. The yard, they'll still, I believe,
after the play,
get a first down on that. I believe it was after the play. I didn't see who was on. Yeah.
Well, at this rate, the Coach's Corner show tomorrow is going to be the best thing on YouTube, so make sure you tune in because I'm going to ask Coach Mooth all about this.
Yeah, that's just one of those stuff. I didn't see who caught the pass on that one. I was updating the penalties.
Austin Goebel.
Okay, that was Goebel. I was updating the penalties and things like that on our stat sheet.
So against Yankton, still waiting for the... Okay, so it was after the play. So they gave him the yards and then assessed it after. So the ball is at the Spearfish 44-yard line. That's where Yankton will take over with a fresh set of downs. But what a cannon from Roby Reichen down the right field side.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's shown that he has an incredible arm and really just doing a great job so far.
They'll bring up first down and 10 for Yankton on the 44-yard line.
But I never thought, Josh, I'd be saying 2nd and 41 and then be calling a huge first down like that. That was a big play. And then I don't know what's going on down there with the officials. Obviously, Coach Mooth right now is speaking with an official. And at some point, you're just going to want to smooth this thing over because we still have basically 3/4 of football to go.
Right, a lot of football left to be played, and that's 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties already for Yankton. Really just kind of shooting themselves in the foot in that regard.
And now Rugby. Ball on the 44 and Spearfish's 44. 1st and 10. Hand up to Gavin Swanson. Follows his right guard. Lowers his shoulder pads. He gets to past the 40. Will be slowed up at about the 39-yard line. Still gain of around 5 yards for Yankton. Brings about 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and if I'm Coach Mooth, just keep feeding Swanson. He's having a really good day so far running up the middle.
And I don't think Gavin Swanson would have a problem with you saying that. He wants the ball. He gets it again. Now to the left side. And a couple strip attempts to no avail. That will move the chains. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down as they move the chains. 10:25 to go here in the first half. Thanks for joining us on KYNT, KYNT-V. Yankton leading 7-0. Rugby looking to pass. Out to Cody Oswald on the left side. Quick juke move. Turns into the field at the left hash marks. Rolls over a couple of Spartans. Gets to the 20-yard line. That will be enough to move the chains for Yankton.
Yeah, nice little pass there. They've gone to that hitch route a few times on the left side and just getting another first down.
Rugby keeps it. Another flag in the backfield. Gavin Swanson now turns upfield. He gets to the 15, to the 14. Is hit hard down to the turf, but we have a false start going on Yankton, and that'll back up the Bucks.
Yeah, another penalty there, unfortunately, for the Bucks. Kind of the opposite of what we saw last week. A few unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, a couple holdings, now a false start. Very uncharacteristic of this team so far.
Do you think I should bring a yellow flag to the show tomorrow? If Yankton wins.
I would consider it at this point.
But obviously not if they don't. So 10:06 to go here in the first half. Yankton up 7-0. They're going to back them up here and assess the false start going on the Bucks. It just like we were talking, Josh, with the slow start of play offensively. Maybe they'll clean it up too. Just it's one of those things you need to see a few drives under your belt, and this is only their 3rd or 4th drive overall.
Yeah, and it's something that I think you'll see fixed as this game goes on.
Rugby looking to pass under some pressure, and Houdini's his way out of that one. Rolls out to the left. He's looking downfield, has to keep it himself, gets to the line of scrimmage to the 15, to the 10, and Rumblin' Rugby gets into the 5-yard line. And doing what Rugby does, making lemonade out of lemons, Josh, and gets Yankton into the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone.
Yeah, and how about Reichen as a quarterback? You have to have that clock in the back of your head, knowing that that pressure could be coming at any moment. He evaded at the perfect time there and was able to get 20 yards.
Ball on the 5. It is 1st and goal for Yankton. Time for a timeout brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football from Spearfish.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Ball on the 5-yard line. Rugby Reichen and the Bucks looking to punch it in. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Gavin Swanson, the lone running back. Rugby looking to pass to Cody Oswald, and it was a comebacker in the end zone right at the near pylon. Couldn't quite bring it in. Went right off his chest pads.
Yeah, nice pass there by Reichen. Exactly what. The problem is that's such a bang-bang play where Oswald had to react quickly and just wasn't able to corral that one.
So 2nd and goal again here for Yankton. Ball at the 5. Pretty much same formation. And a handout to Swanson. Swanson at the 3, maybe to the 2-yard line, all the way down to the 1. And Gavin gets them within 1 of putting another score on the board.
Yeah, once again, Swanson making things happen. There were guys in the backfield as he got the ball, was still able to get 4 yards.
It's now Yankton. Tighter formation, and we're going to have a false start going on Yankton. I saw it right away.
Yeah, at first all I saw was the Spearfish defender up front there. It looked like it was number 35, Cole Malo, jump, but it looks like he was reacting to something like he said.
And for the life of me, Josh, I saw who it was, but I didn't catch the number in the formation, but it was someone in the slot for Yankton.
Yeah, usually that is Sobel there, or Solar, excuse me. I combined Solar and Coble, but Solar there usually in the slot.
A combined better player. 3rd and 6, ball in the 6. Still 3rd and goal. Rugby now takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He rolls out to his right. Has a couple of options. Will he keep it himself? No. It's a tight pass into the back of the end zone intended for Tucker Gilmore, but hits the turf. Turf beads fly up. It's 4th down, and the ball's still at the 6. And they're going to bring out Trevor Paulson and the field goal crew. I can talk. And just try to make this a 10-0 game.
Yeah, sometimes you might see a coach be aggressive in this situation, but when you're only up 7 and you have a money kicker like Trevor Paulson, might as well try to get the points.
And a ball will be set down at the about 13-yard line, so this will be a 23-yard field goal. And low snap, nice hold, and a nice kick through the uprights. Yankton at 10, Spearfish 0. That field goal is brought to you by Core Trust Bank. For every field goal made this season, Core Trust Bank will donate $33 to the Yankton Booster Club. So that's another 33 ka-ching for the Booster Club. Yankton 10, Spearfish 0. 9:03 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
And welcome back to Lyle Hare Stadium, and it is a kickoff for Yankton. And I believe that is a touchback.
Yes.
And Spearfish will take over on their own 20.
Yeah, touchback in there. Trevor Paulson there with the kick and sent it into the back of the end zone.
See if this Yankton defense can continue doing what they have been doing. Aside from one giant play for Spearfish, a 34-yard reception, if memory serves correctly, Yankton has done a nice job really plugging away at Spearfish.
Yeah, they forced a turnover as well. Really starting to calm down on defense. Like you said, outside of that big play where De La Hoya just, 6'4" guy goes up and makes a play, that's going to happen.
9:03 to go in the first half. 10-0 Yankton. Spearfish right at their own 20. Hamilton takes the snap, rolls out to his right, and will be brought down at the line of scrimmage by Yankton. And in the backfield, Tyson Prouty almost had him for about a 5-yard loss, but he was able to work his way forward.
Yeah, it looked like Prouty was going to get him there, but either way, nice job to contain and kick Hamilton back inside and force it towards the middle of the field where the defense was able to clean it up.
And so now Hamilton from the shotgun has 2 running backs. And under some pressure, and we'll just throw it away. into the Spearfish sideline. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
Yeah, the Yankton defensive line starting to win up front. You saw it there, get some pressure in the face of Hamilton and force him to throw it out of bounds.
And it just feels, Josh, and we're not down there on the sideline, but you can have that vibe from Yankton that they're just obviously very unhappy with the fact that they got down to the 1 and just couldn't punch in a touchdown. Yes, they got a field goal, but it's just carrying over into just how they just look on the field. And as I say that, Delahoy brings in a reception on the right sideline, right in front of the Spearfish bench. He tiptoes on the sideline, stays in bounds all the way to the Spearfish 39-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there. Nice pass by Hamilton to Delahoy. It's really a lethal duo. You've seen that connect a couple times. And another one right there on that out route.
Now Hamilton has a lone back, 8:15 to go in the first half. It's a handoff to Hartwig. Hartwig down the middle is slowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Spearfish. Yankton doing a nice job of really just filling in all those running gaps.
Yeah, they really are, and you saw it there once again, forcing Hartwig to try to kick back in and wasn't able to do it.
And giving the signal from the sideline. Yankton still in that 3-3 set. Has worked out really well for them so far this year. And we're seeing why, because you can send anyone in the secondary, especially your linebackers, into those gaps. So and they can be more mobile that way. And now Hamilton, 2 running back set. Hartwig in motion, and Hamilton goes the opposite way. Toss downfield and throws it away. Again, will bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, nice job by the Yankton defense forcing pressure there. It looked like Hamilton had Caden Langenfeld wide open down the field, but wasn't able to find him due to the pressure.
So 3rd and 10 for Spearfish. Ball on their own 39-yard line.
Got to think they're looking Delahoy here. He's lining up in the slot on the left side of the field. He's been kind of the go-to guy in this type of situation so far.
And now Hartwig in the backfield with Hamilton. A lot of pressure. Ball is tossed down the middle of the field and is brought in by Brady Hartwig right at midfield. And it won't be enough for a first down, but it will be, for a Spearfish first down. And I was so focused on how hard Hamilton was hit. And was that Cody Oswald getting into the back?
That was Cody Oswald. And I don't even know who you talk about most on that play. The hit from Oswald, the throw from Hamilton to have to do that under that pressure, or the catch from Hartwig with very tight coverage on him. Just an all-around incredible play by 3 great athletes.
Yeah, 3 players to highlight for sure for various reasons. But that hit hurt me, and I'm in the booth. And now Hartwig, a run up the middle, right on top of the yellow jacket logo. And he gets to the Yankton 48, maybe the 47, deciding on the final ball placement. So they are into Yankton territory.
Yeah, and Spearfish has had a couple plays on offense. It's going to be interesting to see if they can sustain a drive here and try to get some points on the board.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. And now Hamilton looking to pass again, and ball is tipped by Lucas Kamshoff in that slot defensive back position, able to get his hand on it, send the ball out of the hands of any possible Spartan. So nice defensive play by Kamshoff.
Yeah, Kamshoff playing one of those hybrid positions we talked about in the 3-3, did a nice job of getting the arm up and batting the ball.
6:35 to go in the first half, 3rd and 8 for the Spartans. They are in Yankton territory, still looking for their first score of the season. Now Hamilton rolls out to his left and toss over to Delahoy, and he is brought down pretty much right at the line of scrimmage again by a host of Yankton Bucks. Brings up 4th down, and they are going to be bringing out the punt squad for Spearfish. Cody Oswald to go back to return.
Yeah, and that one was going to the flat all the way. Nice job by Rainer Roig by flying to the football, wrapping up, making the tackle, and forcing a 4th down.
Beautiful night here in Spearfish. The sun's starting to go down. The lights are being turned on. And if you can't be here, thank you for joining us on KYNT, KYN-TV. Brady Hartwig running punt, and the line drives it. And at the 15, will bounce out of bounds within the Yankton's red zone. I think they're going to put it right at the 15. So that's where Yankton's offense will take over.
Yeah, nice punt there. They're doing a good job of keeping the ball away from Oswald on these punts, and you saw it right again.
And now Rugby Rycam with Gavin Swanson in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side. Tyler Soler now will join the receivers on the right. Rugby looking to pass, gets some nice protection. Toss down to Cody Oswald down the left sideline, reaches out for it, just out of his reach at about the Spearfish 40-yard line. That was a nice throw from Rugby Riken, if not just a little too long.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Initially, I thought that was going to get there. You saw Oswald turn on the jet, but it looked like the wind took it just a little bit, and the pass slowed down at about the 45, where all of a sudden it just missed.
Cody Oswald just one reception versus Mitchell. It was a 12-yard touchdown. Has one today as well. Gavin Swanson gets the carry to the 20-yard line, gain of about 5.
Yeah, nice play there by Swanson. Once again, that's kind of been where Yankton's had a lot of their success, is just run the ball up the middle out of the pistol formation, and you saw it there again from Swanson.
And they'll give him 1 extra yard, so 3rd and 4. Ball on the 21, 5:18 to go in the first half. Pitch out to Swanson. Swanson trying to follow some blockers. He gets to the outside and will turn upfield at about the 35-yard line. We have a flag in the backfield. And I'm assuming that will go with the trend, Josh, against Yankton.
Yeah, that's going to be on Austin Goebel out there. He had a nice block initially, but unfortunately he tackled. He was blocked at his every time.
Sword one step back. Yankton does have the lead, but it just feels like the opportunity to score here.
Yeah, and that's something where Yankton's going to have to find a way to recover on this, but now they find themselves with 3rd and long.
So, Yankton now.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12, and Rugby takes snap, rolls out to his left. Looking for a receiver. Nice coverage by Spearfish. Now Yankton turning the tables, going down his right side, but there's no receivers out there except a cross-field pass to Tyler Solar. He has it at the 35. He turns to the 40. He's in Spearfish's 50. Now Juke Move will try to move forward to the Spearfish 40. He is brought down at, let's say, the 41-yard line. And Rugby Riken doing a nice job, Josh, of rolling out to his left, spinning around, rolling to his right, and then a huge reception for Yankton.
Nice pass there, like you said, making things happen. Once again, Rugby Riken on that one, extending a play and getting the 1st down. And now the Yankton has 1st and 10 here at the 40, throwing it out on the flat there to Solar. It's going to be about 9 yards, but I think we're going to get another holding penalty on this one. And penalties once again just killing the Bucks here early on. We've seen it a ton of different times. It's going to be interesting to see what they call here. I believe we're going to get holding here, and that is going to be holding once again, and that's another penalty on the Bucks. Now all of a sudden, once again, in a 1st and 20 situation, they've had success in that, but how many times can you recover from 1st and 20 on offense or 1st and 15 before it comes to bite you? Hasn't so far for the Bucks, but interesting to see what happens here. Now it'll be 1st and 20 from the Spearfish 49. Riken in the gun. Or actually, it looks like he's going to be an empty set here. 2 receivers right and left and a tight end. Looks like that is Gilmore at tight end.
And 4:43 to go here in the first half. And just the momentum of this game, Josh, has been so up and down this entire time. It's like a roller coaster here in the first half.
Right, you see a 20-yard play, you got to check and make sure there isn't any penalty flags on the field.
And now the snap, Rugby Riken trying to get out some pressure, rolls out to his right, tries to turn upfield. Now a nice juke move at the 50, not to the 45, gets to original line of scrimmage and is upended at the Spearfish 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there by Riken. He made an extra cut on the outside. Now makes it 2nd and manageable.
14 on the play, bring it 2nd down and 6.
And now Rugby out to Tyler Solar in the flat. Solar turns up at the 30-yard line. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks 1st down. Sometimes it doesn't matter how pretty, Josh, as long as the chains move.
Right, nice little swing pattern there to get the 1st down. Yankton starting to move the chains here. Once again, overcoming a 1st and long situation to move the sticks. In the pistol formation now, Riken's just going to hand this one off to Swanson. He's going to move forward for about 7-8 yards here on the play. Looks about 8, moving down to the Spearfish 19, getting the red zone. We've talked about Swanson at length. He has been incredible today on that run right there once again. Yankton now moving no huddle. Takes the snap, Reichen pumps, looks, fires towards the end zone. He's got double coverage there on Oswald, incomplete in the end zone. It will be 3rd and 2.
And Hunter Walters was the one that broke that up, got a mid on it. And Cody Oswald, I'm not quite sure if Oswald knew the ball placement where it was. He was kind of looking over his right, but just seemed like maybe the pass was maybe a little bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, that play was designed to Oswald the entire time, and I think Reichen was committed to it, and it just didn't work.
And 3:39 to go. Gavin Swanson met in the backfield by 2 Spartans and is just double teamed down to the turf right at the 22-yard line. So loss of about 3 yards on the play for Yankton.
Yeah, loss of 3 here, and it looks like Yankton's at least going to line up with the idea of going for it, maybe trying to get Spearfish to jump. If not, they're going to be going for this one. Reichen, empty set, takes a snap, moves right, throws it down the middle. He's got Oswald for the first down to about the 13-yard line. Let's call it about a gain of 9 there. Nice play by Reichen to find Oswald there on that hitch route up the middle of the field for a first down.
And sorry for those that we lost on the radio for a little bit out here in the Black Hills. And now it is Rugby Reichen out to Gavin Swanson. Swanson now running at the 10-9 and gets to about the 8-yard line for Yankton. And Yankton again, Josh, just knocking on the door. They did get down to the 1-yard line last time they were down here and had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, not what you want to see if you're Coach Mooth, but either way, Yankton doing a nice job in this drive moving the football.
And now quick pitch out to Gavin Swanson. Swanson turning at the 10-5. And will he get into the end zone? He has to fight some Spartans, and he is down at maybe the 2-yard line. And there is a flag in the backfield. I think it's going to be going against Yankton.
Yeah, that's going to be holding there on Matthew Sheldon, the fullback. Looks like he was holding on the outside there, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty here on Yankton, I believe, unless they're talking about maybe, but that's what I saw out here on the right side.
No, it's on the defense. Face mask, defense. And so they are actually going to be pinned up right against the end zone, right at the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal for Yankton. A beautifully set up situation for Yankton to get another touchdown on the board, Josh, to see what happens here. Gavin Swanson alone running back in the backfield. 2 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Rugby now sends Tyler Solar in motion left to right. And Swanson has it, and the bowling ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Yankton. You can put 6 up on the board. Yankton now leading 16-0 here in Spearfish.
Yeah, nice touchdown run for Swanson. He really earned that one. Yankton's best play today has just been up the middle on the run with Swanson, and you've seen it work so far, and he finally gets on the board today.
Trevor Paulson out for the extra point. Lucas Kampshoff to hold right at the 10. Nice snap, nice hold, and a nice boot. It goes right through the uprights. 17-0 Yankton, 2:14 to go here in the first half. That score is what Yankton needs in this situation, especially like we talked about a couple times now, Josh, when they got all the way down to the 1 and were eventually swatted off and had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, nice drive there by the Bucs, overcoming a couple penalties, get in the end zone. Now, you look at it here, you have a chance. This is something Mooth talked about at Quarterback Club on Wednesday, trying to get those 2-for-1 opportunities here. Maybe you get a stop with 3 timeouts left. You try to get the ball back, maybe add more points here before half once again.
And the C's parted for Gavin Swanson right at the 1 to get into the end zone. And a nice job by all the offensive linemen. That was our block of the game, brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. 665-3366. Give them a call. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners. Without them, it would not be possible to bring you this broadcast. Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And Stockman's Motorsports. Stockman's Motorsports is your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports, a proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And finally, Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. There's the boom from Trevor Paulson. Spearfish now set to return right out about the 5-yard line. It's going to be Delahoyd. Gets to the 20, is met by Yankton's Bryce Krall. Pretty much at the, I think they're going to mark him at the 21. So a nice little return for Bryce Krall.
Yeah, nice little return there. Looks like it was Bryce Crawl, like you said, and now all of a sudden Spearfish with a chance here. Not out of this one by any means, only down 17. Have a chance to make this maybe a 14 or a 10-point game by half if they can go ahead and try to get something down the field.
And actually, you know what? That would not be Bryce Crawl because he plays for Yankton. I don't know what I'm doing. That was Hunter Walters.
Yeah, Hunter Walters on that one. You know, it happens. There's a lot of names you got to remember for tonight. Sometimes that happens.
Numbers, names, teams. But no, Bryce Crawl's doing a great job. But no, that was Hunter Walters. And now Seth Hamilton set to pass out to the side, and it is brought in by Antonio Serrano, the 6'1 senior. And pretty much at the line of scrimmage. They might give him about a half a yard. Let's just say a yard on the reception. It's a 2nd and 9 now for the Spartans. Ball in their own 22, 2:02 to go in the first half.
Yeah, ideal there for Yankton, too. Hamilton, looks like Serrano had went out of bounds. The clock will stop on that play, be able to save a timeout if you're the Bucks.
And Spearfish trying to get a man off the field, finally do. And Hamilton, look at the pass. Cody Oswald just tracking him in the backfield, and he had to just get rid of it. It was Shaler Platt and Cody Oswald getting into the backfield, getting hands on Hamilton, just couldn't quite bring him down enough. Hamilton did a nice job of just scrambling out of the pocket and throwing it away.
Yeah, you know, and Oswald's been money from that money position, you know, getting pressure off the edge there. He can drop back or he can get pressure, and you've seen him go inside towards the quarterback a lot. And it paid dividends once again there for the Bucks.
Yeah, Coach Mooth called it the money position or the monster position. I like the monster, you know, because Cody Oswald is a monster.
Yeah, now look at him now. He's lined up in the slot.
There you go. 3rd and 9. And Hamilton rolls out to the right. Ball is tipped by Lucas Kamshoff on the pass attempt. And that'll bring up 4th and 9, and the Spearfish Spartans will bring out their punt crew.
Yeah, nice play there by Kamshoff once again. I'm surprised Hamilton he had Serrano there open in the flat, who would have had some yardage to gain there and possibly get a first down, though. Either way, Bucks get off the field.
And so Brady Hartwig back to a punt. We've seen some nice running punts from him. Cody Oswald adjusting his gloves, ready for the return. He will have one if it's in fair territory. Right now he's standing at about the Yankton 45, and he moves to his right. He will have a return. He does so at the 40, has to turn back at the 35, now cuts forward, and he'll get back to the original place where he caught it at the 40 and just try to muscle his way for some yards. But on the return, he'll have 2 or 3 yards on the return. Just basically thought if he went back a few, he could find a new crease, but he just kept finding himself back in the same situation.
Yeah, and you know, you appreciate the effort. Oswald's an incredible an incredible athlete, but at some point you got to go down and try to save some time here in this 2-minute drill at the end of the half.
1:33 to go in that 2-minute drill, as you had mentioned. 17-0 lead for the Bucks. And Yankton sends it over to Rugby Riken. And the throw down the right sideline to Tyler Solar. He brings it in. Tyler Solar right at the 25 in Spearfish territory and falls out of bounds. But that is a very long, nice reception for Tyler Solar of 32 yards.
Yeah, nice play there. Riken was considering run, but he saw he had Solar and fired the ball.
And now Riken back to pass. He's looking to the left. Nice pump fake. He's looking for Austin Goebel in the corner of the end zone. Goebel lost it. Goebel lost track of the ball. He looked over his right shoulder, his left, and then back to his right. The ball was a nice pass, maybe just a little off, but that's a hard ask because that's a very tough throw from Riken.
Yeah, that's a tough throw. Unfortunately, Riken saw him a little bit late. He was going through his other reads. If Goebel would have been his first read, I think that would have been a touchdown.
So 2nd and 10. Ball still on the Spearfish 25-yard line. And now Riken, quarterback keeper, moves off his left tackle now out to the left to the sideline to the 10 and rumbles his way forward to the Spearfish 9. And Yankton has entered the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone.
Yeah, nice little run there by Riken. That play's okay just for the fact you got 3 timeouts to play with if you're Yankton, able to get 16 yards on the play too.
So just a couple ticks over a minute to go here in this first half. Plenty of time for Yankton to call an entire play set and get into the end zone. Gavin Swanson, the deep running back. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hand out to Swanson. Swanson going on the right side. He's following a block and lunges forward. He gets to the 1-yard line.
Swanson, once again, they've been pushing inside with him. That one a little bit of a cut outside on a counter play, able to get this one down to the 1.
And now we have a power play here as Rugby Riken will be in the... No, we don't. We have a timeout being called by Spearfish, but Rugby was in that kind of power running formation. No backs, no receivers, just everyone knows what you're doing with that ball, and you're going straight.
Yeah, last week we saw that in a play where Yankton tried it and it didn't work out, and they ended up having to kind of adjust a little bit, and Riken rolled out left and threw a pass to Sheldon for a touchdown last week. Something like that where you can say, it's technically supposed to be a run, but you kind of got to improvise. So, but like you said, that has kind of been Yankton's play on the goal line that they like to go to and try to run power with the quarterback.
And it's a timeout on the field taken by Spearfish. Brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll keep it right here as Yankton rejoins the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 1. 2nd and goal for Yankton. Here's that power formation. Rugby gets it, keeps it himself, moves to the right, plenty of room, and that is a Yankton box touchdown. Rugby Riken in for the score. We have a flag, and that's after the play. That's going to be unfortunately on someone. I don't know who yet. I'm almost guarantee of that, but it was thrown behind Spearfish, so I'm not going to say a hold or anything. Josh, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, if that is unsportsmanlike conduct, like you said, that's Yankton's 4th. And the way he was starting to raise his hand there, the official, that looks like it is going to be after the play. Riken's already walked off the field, so it looks like they're counting on this being a touchdown. So I'm thinking something along the lines of unsportsmanlike conduct, like you said.
How many unsportsmanlikes can you get before you just have to play with 10 guys?
Actually, they're going to call defensive holding here on Spearfish, so that, or a personal foul on Spearfish. My apologies.
Yeah, just a chippy game, back and forth, sidelines, on the field, everything. It's been one of those games, but 23-0 lead for Yankton, and Trevor Paulson out for the extra point. And we have the officials again out discussing things. Another thing I've noticed, Josh, over the years, and I don't know if this is really a thing or maybe it's just something that I'm trying to form to make a point, but it seems that a lot of the times when East River teams come to West or West out to East and they have different sets of officials, there is a whole different style of play that is had between the two different kinds of schools. And so sometimes that just adds for a little bit of extra chippiness with officials and style of play.
Yeah, and I think that could be a little bit of frustration boiling over too. A lot of penalties in this first half with that chippiness, like you said, and I think that's a lot of it. That's the 4th total personal foul in this game, and it's going to be interesting to see here as we get into the second half. And Yankton starting to pull away a little bit. Could that chippiness kind of continue and maybe even progress a little more?
And the extra point is good for Trevor Paulson, 24-0 Yankton. Thanks to our sportscaster partners. I want to thank Sherco. Sherco is a proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. And State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. That's Yankton's Roy Wilcox State Farm, a proud supporter of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles Athletics. And Pizza Ranch, for legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway. Call 665-1222. Can't wait for some Pizza Ranch pizza tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner. Make sure you tune in, KYNT, KYNT-TV. About a 9:05 start, give or take a couple of minutes. We're joined by all the Yankton football coaches, maybe just the head coaches tomorrow. I may give the sub-varsity some time. Hey, you guys go to bed. Yeah. It's a long trip back.
And we should also mention that unsportsmanlike conduct was enforced on the kickoff, so Yankton will actually be kicking from the Spearfish 45, moving up 15 yards. And just in case you needed to see how far Paulson could kick it, let's give him another 15 yards here.
Exactly. I don't really think that matters too much, knowing the leg that he has, but I think he'll take it. The Yankees will take it just to make sure that they either get the touchback or just pin them. And it's going to be kind of an onside kick right up the middle, is recovered by Spearfish right at the 20. So basically a touchback at the end of the day. And Spearfish will take over, as I said, in their own territory on the 20, trailing 24-0 with 24 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, low risk play there. If you do an onside kick, you're not really risking a ton. I like that decision. Maybe see if you can get a quick ball there and try to add more points. However, like you said, this is like the low risk scenario out of this where Spearfish just ends up with the ball.
And now Seth Hamilton out. And they're actually going to place the ball right at the 19-yard line. And Hamilton looking to pass under some pressure and is brought down behind the line. We do have a flag. They blew the play dead, but I mean, those maybe a sack by Matthew Sheldon, depending on the call here.
Matthew Sheldon, flag on the play. Holding on Spearfish.
It looks like that's going to be declining. It looks like they are going to call a sack, and it looked like it was Sheldon in there first, but Foote came in and helped clean that one up.
So maybe both get credited for a half a sack. If we're, we can be the official scorekeepers. You giving half a sack?
Yeah, I mean, I will have to make note of it. I'm not completely sure. We keep our stats on an iPad here. I'm not completely sure if I can actually do that, but I'm going to try.
Here, I'll tell you what. Give it to whoever, and we'll just make the note, and we'll go back and watch it. All right?
Here we go. We have a tackle and assist option. Let's go.
All right. Everything is solved here at Lyle Hare Stadium as we're figuring technology out on the fly. 14 seconds to go in the first half. And Seth Hamilton been deep with his offense at their own 13-yard line. And a quick pass, and it is out to Delahoy. Delahoy now gets to the sideline, is brought down inside the lines. And Josh, that will end the first half of action. And it is time for a Culligan water break as we enter a quarter change, or in this case, go to halftime. Culligan Water, your local water expert, specializes in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. 24-0, Yankton on top of Spearfish. We have some thoughts coming up in 1 minute on your Avera halftime show.
FM 102.1 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
Welcome to the Avera halftime show. This is Bryce Ladwig. Yankton leading 24-0 over Spearfish here on the Avera halftime show. Avera moving health forward, being joined by Josh Boelter. Josh, an interesting first half is how I'll lead you in with this.
Yeah, if you would have told me Yankton had 3 15-yard penalties there in that first half, I would have been kind of concerned about the scoreboard for the Bucks. However, find themselves up 24-0 here going into the second half, and Yankton really did a nice job of running the ball, I thought, with Gavin Swanson.
They did, and obviously the kind of story of the first half is really the just penalties and the unsportsmanlikes and just the up and down tempo of this team, having a big play, having another big play, and then maybe having like 2 penalties that just really kill the drive. That's what they have been as drive killers, but Yankton has overcome at the end of the day, and they are leading 24-0.
Yeah, and and that's the thing, overcoming a lot of first and long plays, 1st and 20. I believe at one point there was a 3rd and 34, and Yankton completes a pass for about 60 yards, and you've seen it early on here, really just finding ways to get things done, and they find themselves up 3 scores.
And we will have your stats of the game coming up here in the, well, we'll try to have your stats of the game coming up here in the Avera halftime show. We'll take a break, and we will come back here from Lyle Hare Stadium, Yankton 24, Spearfish nothing on your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Welcome in here on your halftime show on KYNT and KYNTV. Thank you for joining us. At the half, Yankton leads here in Spearfish over Spearfish 24-0. I'm Josh Boelter. We're going to take a look here at the scoring plays of the first half. Taking a look up first, it was with 1:14 left in the first quarter. Rugby Riken to Cody Oswald for 4 yards and the touchdown. on that first one to really start the scoring. Yankton starting off slow with a couple penalties. Then up next, Yankton added 3 points with 9:03 left in the second quarter with a 23-yard field goal from Mr. Automatic Trevor Paulson. His second field goal of the year. Man has not missed a kick yet. Looking forward now here. Yankton punching it in later in this one with a 1-yard touchdown from Gavin Swanson to make it 17-0 with 2:14 remaining. Then after a nice stop by the Yankton defense, Yankton is able to get down the field and they punch it in with a Rugby Riken run on kind of a sweep play where Riken gets in for a touchdown, and that's where we stand at the half. 24-0 is your score. Yankton leads. We will have more coming up here on your halftime show on KYNT and KYNTV. We'll look at kind of the rest of the first half as well as keys to the second half and your out-of-town scoreboard. For Bryce Ladwig, I'm Josh Boelter. Listen to KYNT and KYNTV. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the Ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, Hydro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hydro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Show. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. And I apologize, we haven't been able to get you up to date stats. We have them. We're still trying to get to view them. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where stats are always a good talking point, and we just kind of don't have them today. Like, I've been recording them, but they aren't uploading, unfortunately. So unless I'm going to go through and do the math on every single play, which I'm a media and journalism major, not a math major, so we will try to get those for you when we can. But either way, a great half of football for the Bucks.
Oh, another shout out to Alex Topol and Zach Hoover. Betting me another $100. I won't give them a shout out on air. So I'm going to put Kirby through college with money from Zach Hoover.
Just build it up over the years, put it into a savings account. There
Compound interest. No, but shout out to them. And shout out to everyone watching on KYNT TV on Facebook, YouTube, our smart TV app, Roku and Apple TV devices, online. Doesn't matter. There's so many ways to do so. We're trying to get the scores from out of state as well for the out-of-town scoreboard. And we do have them. That is brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer.
Yeah, let's start off in Douglas, where Douglas finds themselves down 35-0 against Rapid City Stevens. Watertown at home against Huron-Lee, 20-13 at the half. Yankton, of course, here up 24-0. And the one that's kind of shocking me so far, and just showing how dominant Pierre is, they're up 34-0 at half on Brookings, and that's at Brookings too. That just shows how good that Pierre football team is. Other updates for you: Bloomfield is up over Crofton 14-10 at half. This is other games going on Riverfront Sports, as well as Hardington Cedar Catholic up 20-0 against David City Aquinas at half. Really some interesting scores here, but the one that shocks me the most is just how dominant Pierre is over Brookings right now.
Yeah, they are just the boogeyman of 11AA, and they have been for years and years, and that's why they're always winning those state titles. And every year they just reload, Josh.
Yeah, reload. They don't rebuild, they reload. I believe 5 state championships in a row. Really just a dominant team, and you're seeing it early on here, putting the hurt on 2 really good squads. You know, Aberdeen and Brookings are competitive teams year in and year out, and Pierre just having their way so far with both of them.
And we will begin the third quarter of action when we come back from this final break here on the Avera Halftime Show. This is Yankton Bucks football leading Spearfish 24-0 at the half.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
There are
are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by F&BO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
The treatment of eye diseases and injuries requires the best technology, along with the newest surgical techniques. So turn to the experts from Avera Medical Group Wilcoxon Eye Associates in Yankton. We are on the forefront of eye care that will allow you to see clearly and with more comfort. Schedule an appointment with us or learn more by visiting avera.org/Wilcoxon.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
And welcome back to Lyle Hare Stadium here in Spearfish. Second half action coming at you live on KYNT, KYNT-TV. Yankton 2 return. It's Austin Goebel. He's going to scoop it up at about the 8-yard line. Turns to the middle of the field, the left hash marks. Has a little bit of a crease at the 30, puts the brakes on, and now moves forward. Will be slowed down right around the 35-yard line in Yankton territory. Hopefully, Josh, we have a cleaner second half than we did the first.
Yeah, a lot of penalties there in that first half. 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, all on the same drive, and out of 3 out of 4 straight plays in that situation. Yankton hoping to clean it up here in the second half.
And now Yankton's offense coming out here. Again, ball in the 35, Rugby, Riken, and the crew. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a snap, looking to pass. Rugby looking down the middle of the field, steps up into the pocket, and he'll follow a blocker, has to slow up, almost has the ball stripped, it feels like. He has a death grip on it, and is brought down at the 43-yard line, so gain of 8 on the play for the Bucks.
Yeah, nice play there by Riken. Was looking deep, didn't find anything, decided to scramble. Almost didn't see that guy behind him, was able to hold on to the ball and get 8 yards.
2nd and 2 for the Bucks. And fake hand up to Swanson. Pass out to Tucker Gilmore. And Gilmore receives in Spearfish territory, turns upfield, and is brought down right at the Spearfish 44-yard line.
Yeah, and that's the guy we talked about at the beginning of the game as a key player. Surprised we haven't seen more of him in the offense today, but nice play out there in the flat.
And so 11-10 to go here in the third quarter. Rugby sending Gilmore in action. It's a quick jet sweep. Now Gilmore out to the right and is slowed down at about the 34, maybe the 3 in Spearfish territory. That will be enough for another Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, no, and that's something where that's just a little pop pass there. That's actually going to go down as a pass for Riken to Gilmore. Riken now scrambling out left, throwing this one over to Sheldon. Looks like Sheldon's going to have about 7-8 yards there on the left side. Set up a 2nd and short here on about the 26, 27-yard line.
And now the ball is being placed at the 25. And sending in motion Tucker Gilmore. Gilmore out to the right side. And Rugby looking to pass. Pass to scramble. And pass out to Gavin Swanson at the 20. Turns to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Gavin Swanson in for another Yankton Bucks touchdown. You with 6 on the board. Yankton now leads 30-0. Gavin Swanson there as a safety net of sorts, turning upfield, finding the creases he needs for another Yankton score.
Yeah, Rugby Riken once again able to scramble out, doing a great job tonight to find that check down. He finds him there again in Swanson. Swanson having a good night with 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air here today. Now Yankton all of a sudden fully in control of this game, up 30-0. Paulson now getting ready to kick this one. Mr. Automatic, as I like to call him, getting ready here. Snap, good, and the kick is good. Why not? Trevor Paulson once again with the extra point, making it 31-0. Bucks here with 10-11 to play here in the third quarter.
And 31-0 lead, as you had said. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football from Spearfish.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
And it'll be Trevor Paulson to kick off to Spearfish. Puts a big boot on it. And there'll be no return. It is a touchback. Spearfish will take over on their own 20.
Nice kick there right to Paulson once again. Just a booming leg and an accurate leg at the same time. Can't say enough about how good he is and how important he is to this team on special teams. We talked to Coach Colpitt last week in the postgame, and he really just, you know, he sat there and glowed and talked about him for 5 minutes, and I think he could have kept going. That's how important and how much Paulson means to this team and that staff.
No, absolutely. And just the fact that he's just automatic, as you are calling him Mr. Automatic, and that's a title you don't go with lightly. You know, he really has been very reliable for Yankton, and they'll need him to keep doing that, especially with those up here kind of teams out there. And now it is the first snap of this drive, and a quick handoff to Hunter Boelter. It is the 5'10 sophomore for Spearfish, and no gain on the play. If anything, very minimal.
Yeah, and it looked like it was Charlie Foote in there on that one, who was just able to wrap him up. Nice play.
2nd and 10 now for the Spartans. And now it is Seth Hamilton. Hamilton now scrambling. He has a little bit of a crease and safely slides down. They'll mark him down at about the 27, maybe 6-yard line. So a gain of about 6 or 7 for the Spartans. Let's just go ahead and say 7.
Yeah, got a little bit of crease there off the right tackle, is able to get down, and that's what quarterbacks need to learn how to do to avoid those hits.
Hamilton 2 back set. A couple of quick fake huts. Trying to draw Yankton off sides, and now it is Walters again with the carry. He gets a first down for Spearfish past the 30-yard line to the 31. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, nice little run there. Just basic play up the middle, get the first down. I was watching Oswald in that play because he looked like he was ready to fly up the middle, but then they called him back.
And now it is Hamilton again in the shotgun. And now one of his blockers gets bowled over by Cody Oswald. Pass downfield is intercepted by Yankton. It's a Mac attack. It's Mac Riken, his first interception of the season. Big play for Yankton.
Yeah, nice play there. That was all due to the quarterback, Hamilton. He rolled out to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback throwing a weird side and trying to throw that one about 40, 50 yards down the field. Just didn't have enough on it, and Reichen does a good job of almost being a punt returner on that, just kind of finding the ball, fielding it, and getting the interception.
Great job by Mac Reichen and this entire secondary, and Cody Oswald for just doing Cody Oswald things into the backfield, wreaking havoc for Yankton, or excuse me, for Spearfish. Rugby Reichen now takes a snap on his own 27-yard line. Toss down to Cody Oswald. He brings it in at the 40, turns up to the 41, is brought out of bounds. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, finding Oswald once again. And I mean, I don't know how many times you can say that Rugby Reichen is really good at improvising and extending plays. And you saw it there. He rolls out to his left, finds the play. Now Yankton in the pistol here. Screen pass to Solar on the left side is dropped there by Solar on that one. Now it'll be 2nd and 10.
And a lot of targets for both Solar and Oswald so far. Obviously, those are probably your top 2 targets on the wide receiver core, but other players like Tucker Gilmore have been there. Gavin Swanson is a safety net. Rugby Reichen has a toy chest to play with as he hands off to Gavin Swanson, turns up to the middle of the field, gets to midfield right at the 50, maybe just inches shy of it on the Yankton side, and very close to a Yankton Bucks first down, but it's going to be 3rd and, no, there is a 3rd and 2, so there's a couple yards short. Now here's a snap. Rugby rolling out to his left, looking to pass, and he finds Tyler Solar, enough for a first down in Spearfish territory. Pushed out of bounds at the Spearfish 44.
Yeah, and that's something Yankton likes to do on 3rd and shorts. Usually you'll see a run play, but Yankton every now and then likes to roll out and throw it in the flat to a receiver. You'll see the Chiefs in the NFL run that a lot, and Yankton going to it right there.
And now Rugby takes a snap, and quick pitch option out to Gavin Swanson. Swanson to the 42, the 35, and just the bully ball runs over a Spartan at the 30. Deeper into territory, we have a flag out in the backfield. And it's going to go against Yankton.
Yeah, and I believe that's on Sheldon. He looked like he had a nice block initially, but maybe held on just a little bit too long there. Maybe got a little bit too much jersey. This one's going to be coming back. It should be a spot penalty, though, so maybe just 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 20.
Those flags have seen some action today here at Lyle Hare Stadium. They've been all over the field, Josh.
Yeah, you know, it's been kind of crazy. We saw 3 personal foul penalties for Yankton in the first half, trying to recover from that here.
You know, Rugby. Ball on Yankton's 48. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. Has some time. Hopefully no holding. Gavin Swanson now gets a reception at the 50. Turns up to the Spearfish 40. To the Spearfish 35. Nice spin move and just backs his way up into the 32-yard line. Big gain for Gavin Swanson on that reception. 14 yards.
Yeah, and you know, I thought maybe for a second there he had Oswald out on the left side, but decides against it and throws the check down and gets 14 yards.
And I'll hand off again to Swanson. Swanson right up the middle. Kind of slowed up his cadence there. Maybe he was waiting for a block to form, maybe for a crease to open up. I'm not sure it quite did, but I'm sure he salvaged what he could as he is slowed up right at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, still managed to get about 5-6 yards on that play. Nice run by Swanson.
And now Reichen. Shotgun snap, looking to pass. He's looking toward Tucker Gilmore, and I'll go ahead and say it. Tucker Gilmore was open. I think Rugby just didn't quite have the touch on that particular pass. It was a little left and a little long.
Yeah, and he might have saved his receiver there. Gilmore was open, but he saw a safety creeping in, and if that connects, that could have been trouble for Gilmore.
6:56 to go here in the third. It's a 31-0 lead for Yankton. Yankton with the ball. And snap. And toss out to Shaler Platt in the flat and gets inside the 20. Yankton has a first down and has entered the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone.
How about Rugby Reichen? What's been impressing me a lot tonight is he's finding those checkdowns, specifically the backs in the passing game. You've seen it with Swanson all night and now Platt a couple times as well.
And ball on the 19. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. Rugby Reichen takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Rolls out to his left. And toss to, didn't quite catch who it was, but they're in for a touchdown. It is complete to Matthew Sheldon, his second receiving touchdown of the season. My view was blocked by a few defenders, but he got that one, Josh, and just straight away turned upfield, had a nice crease, and just did what he had to do to physically get into the end zone.
Yeah, and that's impressive there for Riken once again. And I think we've continued to see it, the maturation process there, finding the check down once again, and it really paid off again.
Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick through the uprights. Yankton 38, Spearfish nothing. 6:23 to go in the third. We'll take a break, come back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football from Spearfish.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Practice Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity. We can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
And the kick down for Yankton is a touchback. Spearfish will try to do it again. They have moved the ball a couple times, Josh, pretty well. It's just they haven't consistently been able to do so.
Yeah, they've kind of shied away a little bit from what worked in the first half. Two things really worked for Spearfish, getting it to the outside as well as finding De La Hoyd at any chance you can. When you have a big 6'4" kid at receiver who had over 700 yards last year, you want to keep finding him, and he had some success a couple times during that first half. Don't be surprised if Spearfish tries to get back to that, as we're now with that running clock with Yankton leading by 38.
And Seth Hamilton, the lone backfield now. Actually, no, it wasn't lone backfield. Handoff to Hartwig, the 5'9" senior, has had a lot of carries, Josh, in the first half. Really haven't heard his name a lot here in the second, as we have, guess what, Josh? Another flag.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be going against Spearfish. Looks like we got a holding on that. But, yeah, you're right. We've been seeing more of number 7, Hunter Walters, here in the second half. But Hartwig really supposed to be the lead tailback on this team.
And as you had mentioned, passing, the running clock rule was implemented, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. 35-point lead after halftime for each team or any team will result in a running clock, unless that obviously would dip under a 35-point lead. But right now, Yankton up 38-0 over Spearfish.
Yeah, and anything's possible. We've seen De La Hoyd with a couple big plays. Don't be surprised if that could happen again.
And now it is Hamilton. Hamilton trying to scramble out of the pocket and avoids a safety. And we have a flag. No, you're not saying a flag.
I'm thinking that should be a flag on that one.
I thought you were trying to tell me a flag because I've missed a couple so far
Because
today.
what happened is Hamilton gets out of the pocket. He throws it. Not only was that behind the line of scrimmage, but there wasn't a receiver in the area. And I think that's what they're talking about right now. Where that's at, it's a spot penalty. That should put it at about the 1 yard line. And it looks like they're talking about that right now.
Yeah, and there goes the flag.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. He got out of the pocket, which you can do. But once again, if you throw it behind the line of scrimmage out of the pocket, you have to have a receiver in the area, and there wasn't.
And coming off the field with the help of teammates is Hunter Walters. And we don't medically speculate, but you would hope in that kind of situation, kind of the helping of the teammates and kind of dumping them on the sideline, that maybe a cramp issue of sorts.
Yeah, and that's tough. You don't want to see that, and unfortunately having to leave the field.
So 4 minutes to go here in the third. Spearfish on their own 1 yard line. Yankton just going to be pinning their ears back right now for a sack, or a safety rather. And back is Hamilton. Hamilton trying to scramble out and does get rid of the ball in time and out of play. Will bring up 3rd and 29 for Spearfish, again pinned on their own 1.
Yeah, and Yankton really starting to overwhelm that Spearfish line here. You've seen it, and Hamilton just having to run for his life and avoid a safety.
and see what Spearfish can do. Just max protection is all you can do, and just try to get yourself some breathing room when you're pinned up against your own end zone. Operating in your own end zone is quite literally the last thing you want to do as an offense. We'll see how Spearfish can try to get out of this one. 3rd and 29, and the pass from Hamilton out to the flat. It is brought in by Hartwig, the 5'9" senior we've been talking about. Nice safety net there.
Yeah, nice little 10-yard pass. What that's going to do is just going to get room for Hartwig to actually punt the ball here and, try to get some kind of space on this one.
So the ball now on the 12 for Spearfish. And Brady Hartwig will punt. He has had some really excellent punts for Spearfish so far in the game, running punts, but you gotta be careful. You're standing in your own end zone here, so I'm thinking he's going to go for more of the quick one, Josh. We'll see how that turns out. And we have a timeout being taken by Spearfish. We'll step aside as well. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, and they are one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our #1 priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Ball on the 12-yard line for Spearfish. They were pinned up in their own zone. Got a little bit of breathing room thanks to a Hartwig 10-yard reception. But now it is Hartwig being asked to punt. Still in his own end zone, but see how much max protection Spearfish can give their punter and try to get the ball into the Yankton zone. And a little bit of a high snap, and the punt is off just barely. Cody Oswald back to return on his own 40. He cuts to the right. Shoelace tackle, no good. Cody Oswald just runs over a couple of Spartans, gets right to midfield, right smack dab on top of the 50-yard line. That is where Yankton will take over, maybe just a shade into Spearfish territory.
Yeah, and that's impressive punt there by Hartwig. Barely getting it off, all of a sudden flipping it all the way to the opposing 40. Nice punt.
Yeah, very nice punt. And that might be the most impressive thing I've seen from Spearfish. I mean, yes, Hamilton, nice arms, some nice big throws, but the punting from Hartwig has been very impressive. Under pressure, doesn't matter. Very consistent.
Yeah, and it looks like we're actually going to get a hold on Yankton here. I'm pretty sure that was on the punt, so that's going to set them back. Looks like it's just going to be towards the end of the play, so that's actually just going to be back where looked like where Oswald had caught the ball.
38-0 lead for Yankton over Spearfish. Minute 23 to go here in the third. We are in a running clock situation with a 35-plus point lead in Yankton's favor. And now they are continuing to back up Yankton here right to the 33-yard line. And it'll be Yankton's offense here setting up. 1st and 10. And snap. Roby Reichen keeps it. Pitch option to Gavin Swanson. He utilizes it, and there is a fumble. Pitch went backwards and just went to the right of Gavin Swanson. Got a fingertip on it, but just a little bit off center. Ball went loose. Yankton recovers.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication on the pitch. But either way, Reichen able to respond and fall on it.
And we do have, I believe, an injury timeout. We'll go ahead and step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds on your home for Bucks football, KYNT at KYNT-TV.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things. Like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. I'm Josh Boelter. You're listening to and watching Yankton Bucks football. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Yankton leading 38-0. Yankton get a couple touchdowns here in this second half. A couple passing touchdowns from Rugby Riken, one to Swanson, and then on that last drive to Matthew Sheldon. Bucks defense also starting to take over. We are under continuous clock here with the 35-point rule. There was a player down for Spearfish. It looks like it was Antonio Serrano, starting running back / linebacker, who's had a lot of carries here today for Spearfish. Yankton now getting ready to take over here. It is second in about, looks like 14, maybe 15, off of a miscommunication on a bit of a read option as we welcome in Bryce Ladwig, our play-by-play guy, back to the fold.
And Yankton on their 28, thank you, Josh. And back to pass, Rugby Riken finds Gavin Swanson right in front of him, and Swanson turns up to the 35 and watch it be spun forward by Spearfish just shy of the 40, let's say the 39-yard line. So a gain of about 11.
Yeah, nice little play there once again, and I can't keep saying this enough. Rugby Riken's doing a great job of finding the check down, taking what the defense is given to him, and you saw it again right there.
Well, if they're going to give you those passes, you take them, right? And he, like you said, he's done a great job just doing Rugby Riken things. Pass forward down to Cody Oswald. Did he bring that in? No. It was a pass into Spearfish territory at about the Spearfish 45. It was a low pass intended to be so. Right at the sideline, Cody Oswald went in to slide and did not bring it in. But that is the end of the third quarter. 38-0, Yankton on top. Time for a Colgan water break and a quarter change. Your local water expert specializing in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT. KYNTV.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV as we're starting the fourth quarter there. Punt from Cody Oswald, or excuse me, from Trevor Paulson. Looks like that's going to go a little wild, and that's going to end up over at about the Spearfish 38. Still, even off a wild punt, still got 23 yards on that one, and that's where Spearfish will take over as that went out of bounds. As we welcome in Sports Director Bryce Ladwig once again. Bryce, you had family visiting you here tonight. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, my mom, Lori Ladwig, came to visit. They live, a lot of family, most of my family, actually, all my family out in West River. And so whenever we come out here, they support the Yankton Bucks, and me, of course, so they support the Yankton Bucks and like to come visit it, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. If I'm out west, you can almost guarantee to see a member of my family as well.
Yeah, that's cool. We appreciate the support for the Bucks all the way out here in Spearfish.
And on the carry for Spearfish as they begin their offensive drive, it is Cole Malo, the 5'11 sophomore. Did you hear the pronouncer? I think it's Mallow.
Mallow, yeah.
I've been very impressed, Josh, with Seth Hamilton, the quarterback, obviously the 6-foot junior, and he still has another year of growth, and still this entire year as well. So his senior season is going to be incredible. Could still be an incredible junior season as well. Very nice arm and really excellent pocket awareness as well, as he proves that he steps up in the pocket under pressure and gets a solid gain on a lot of pressure, just stepping up and going in a dead sprint. He's brought down right at the Spearfish 46-yard line.
Yeah, Hamilton is a good athlete who has a good arm, and you've seen that here a couple times today. Unfortunately, isn't receiving the time he needs maybe in the pocket to extend some plays.
So 3rd 2 for Spearfish. Again, we're in a running clock. 38-0 lead for Spearfish.
I think you mean for Yankton there.
Or for Yankton, thank you. You know, you could say maybe a number or two wrong, but literally the opposite team. Yankton leading 38-0. And the handoff is to Hunter Walters, goes down the right side, and gets into Yankton territory. That's a really nice gain for Spearfish and Walters. About 11 or so yards, maybe 10 yards on that carry. And Spearfish in Yankton territory.
Yeah, nice run there by Walters. Spearfish trying to get that first touchdown of the season here, trying to get it here in the fourth quarter.
And now is Hamilton getting the signal from his sideline. Spearfish still trying to get on the board for the first time this season. And while, obviously you're getting shut out right now again, this has been, I didn't watch the St. Thomas More game in its entirety, but I can tell you this is already a better performance from Spearfish.
Yeah, they look a lot better compared to last year, and you're seeing it here.
And now Hamilton tossing downfield and out of play. I'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Hamilton doing a nice job scrambling outside, throwing it away, making a play happen. Or avoiding a mistake there, I should say.
And now Hamilton again rejoining his team at the line. Three receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield, Mallow. Hamilton under some pressure, and will throw that one away as well. Really deep away behind the Yankton bench. And they'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, once again, and it looks like actually there's going to be a penalty on the play. It looks like maybe a man downfield on that one. Maybe a lineman got a little too far downfield on his block, I'm thinking, and that's kind of what they're going to call.
They keep throwing the ball away. My first reaction in my mind, Josh, was like, why? Try to get yards. But I think at this point, your Spearfish, you just want to get on the board. Like, that's your goal, so you're not going to make any ill-advised throws, any bad plays. You're just going to hope that eventually one of these drawn-up plays will open up a receiver, and it has multiple times throughout the game, and just see if you can get into that end zone before the end of the game, as 7.5 minutes are taken away here in the 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. Here now on this one, we'll see what happens.
Seth Hamilton steps up in the pocket, has plenty of room. He is to the Yankton 40, to the 35, to the 30. He's at the sideline and is guided out of bounds, and a late hit going on Yankton. And Matthew Sheldon is down, and he is grabbing, I believe, his shoulder. But we have a Yankton buck down, and I believe we'll also have a late hit maybe going on Sheldon. I'm not quite sure, but judging on the kind of play. Trainer Trevor Woods sprinting across the field from Yankton. This is not a good sign, as Spearfish trainers are also tending to, I believe that was Matthew Sheldon, so I don't want to say if it wasn't, but I'm 90% sure that was 45 Sheldon. So we'll see how this all turns out. This is not a good situation for Yankton, such an integral part of this squad, and we'll hope absolute best. We're going to go ahead and step aside as Coach Brady Mooth also joins in on the huddle around his Yankton buck.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12-packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
It was Matthew Sheldon. He is walking off the field under his own power. Very light assistance from Coach Trevor Woods and Coach Brady Mooth. And we apologize for if we led anyone into believing anything certain happened. The calls have not been made on the field, but there was, Josh, a lot of just bang, 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 bang kind of plays happening. A lot of instances happened all in a row.
Yeah, and it's been a chippy game. 4 personal foul penalties in that first half. One even on Coach Mooth for Yankton. So we're getting ready to hear the call here. Our camera guy, Brady Boelter, thinks it might have been a blindside block here on Spearfish.
Personal foul targeting Spearfish.
It actually looks like it's going to be a targeting penalty here on Spearfish. And I believe that'll be, if I'm correct, an automatic ejection as well on that.
Yeah, I believe that is the case. So, the way it happened, I initially thought maybe it was a late hit on Sheldon, just because the way where the crowd was, and the Spearfish had us blocked a little bit. But yeah, targeting play going against Spearfish. That's not what you want to see whatsoever. But the game is almost over. But I don't know how that exactly works top of my head with the Activities Association. If that means away from play for one game or not, or what that really means. But maybe if we find out, we'll bring it to you. But that is what was called. And Yankton has Spearfish backed up now. It's like 30 yards based on that. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 32 here after that. You don't see that a ton in high school football, those targeting penalties, but they're trying to keep players safe in situations like that, and unfortunately it just got a little out of control there on that one. I believe it might actually be Braden Delahoyd with the call there, as I can see him kind of walking away over on the sideline, or off the track over here on the opposite side.
Yeah, he's a tough player. He's a really good football player as well, as we have seen. But he's been in on some, on both ends of it too, Josh. Yankton, it's been chippy both ways.
Yeah.
And he's been involved, it seems like, in both ways a lot, though, tonight.
Right, and that's not necessarily something that you like to see. You're not going to sit here and say anything, obviously, about what happened.
Passion's great, but sometimes just bad things can happen.
Right.
6:05 to go in the 4th, and now it is Seth Hamilton rolling out to his right. He's under some pressure, and he throws it away. It'll be 2nd and same yardage as before. And again, running clock now, 5:48 to go in the 4th.
Yeah, now Spearfish here trying to find a way to get something going on this, sitting in a 3rd and 32 like we talked about.
Josh, these yellow cones down on the field by the 15, they keep throwing me off. And the ones, the other side, I'm always like, oh, flag? Nope. Any other color but yellow would work. Seth Hamilton takes a snap. He's under some pressure. And again, may as well stop saying he's under pressure. Seth Hamilton has been under perpetual pressure this entire game from Yankton. They have done a nice job of getting into the backfield.
Yeah, nice job. Really getting a lot of pressure. You've seen it on almost every play in this half. Even on the positive plays for Spearfish, it's been a lot of Hamilton having to run out of pressure and escape and finding a lane. And you saw it there again. Nice play. I believe that was number 46, Nicholas Frischkorn, in on that one, who was chasing down Hamilton.
Under 5 minutes to go here in this matchup. Again, Yankton 38, Spearfish nothing. Spearfish just wants to get on the board for the first time this season. They may have one more drive to do so. Brady Hartwig, a running punt. We have a flag out behind him. See what happens here. Ball hits the 20 and is down at about maybe the 18-yard line. But we have flags behind the punt.
Yeah, another penalty in this one, and what else is new? That's all you can kind of say.
So we'll see what this is all about. And see if they're picking these up. What's going on here? Sometimes and they're doing an amazing job tonight. The officials are. Sometimes it's the conference after the call that you're just like, okay, what's happening? You're just trying to guess, judged on where they're moving the ball to, but. Ball will be placed right at the 20 for Yankton and their offensive drive.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Yankton does, possibly just run out the clock here with about 3:45 remaining. Looks like they're actually going to be moving this one up. They might have, looks like maybe accepted a penalty or maybe respotting it. I'm not sure.
Sometimes it's good to just give the viewers / listeners a peek behind the curtain. We're trying to figure this out in real time, what is happening. But I believe Easton Nelson is out at quarterback for Yankton. Gets some reps in and moves out to the right side and has to fight off some Spartans. Is brought down right at about the 31-yard line. Nice gain for Easton Nelson.
Yeah, it's good for Nelson. He's had a couple chances here early in the season to get some experience. About a 3-yard gain there for Nelson. Nice little play on the option. Got some speed and makes a play.
And Nelson now in the shotgun, claps his hands, and a quick handoff. And it is to Shaler Platt. Nice stiff arm, gets to the 40 and lunges forward to about the 41-yard line in Yankton territory. That'll be enough to move the chains for Yankton and keep that clock running.
Nice little run there by Shaler Platt. You mentioned the stiff arm. That's just one of those angry runs. Shakes off a man and gets the first.
And Nelson now, again in the shotgun. And handoff. And it is going to be a nice gain for Yankton and breaking one off. Almost Evan Sirk. He had 7 yards in the last game. And Josh, trivia question, was there a flag thrown on that play?
Yeah, that's actually going to be a horse collar tackle, I believe, there on Spearfish. From what I saw there at the end, I think that's what they're going to call him for.
You thought I was joking about the penalty bingo, but if we get a big chart made, right, and you just have all the different kinds of penalties, we need to give ourselves a prize if it ever does go across.
We've seen some crazy stuff in this game. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, targeting, illegal man downfield. I mean, there was literally one, that illegal man downfield. I could not find it on our sheet here. We have like 20 different options to put in the stat sheet for penalties.
Yeah, it's been crazy. And I don't know. No hula hoop on the field. 38-0 lead for Yankton. Minute 20 to go on the running clock. Easton Nelson now sits up on the Spearfish 23 pitch option. He will pitch it out to Shaler Platt. Platt 2 at the 20. Stiff arm and could call an offensive face mask, but they will not. They're going to let this thing play out. And I don't see where they're marking him out. Yep, they're going to mark him out right at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, nice little run there by Platt. Get out of bounds, even though the clock's running here with about a minute left. Nice little run.
And I love to see that Yankton is able to get some more reps in for their depth. You never know when you're going to need more and more reps to be had by these guys, so it's nice to get them in. Sirk gets the handoff, and nice cut move right in between the hash marks. And he is slowed down right at the 12.
Looks like actually that's going to be first and goal down at about the 7.
Oh, math, things, math, right at the 7. So nice gain for Sirk. He really has a nice first quick step, and then he can really just pivot in any direction, Josh.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Yankton called a timeout. It looks like actually that's going to do it. Yankton is walking off the field here.
And the buck stops here in Spearfish. Yankton goes 2-0 on the season, defeating Spearfish 38-0 in a very interesting game as far as gameplay, penalties, and just overall context. We have a lot to talk about on our very long drive home, Josh. But we will begin the Yankton Rexall postgame show when we come back from this break. Yankton 38, Spearfish nothing.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
Difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule or calling 605-668-1545.
All right, welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. It is time for our post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. We're joined by Coach Matt Decker. Well, Coach, all right, storyline number one. Some sloppy play in the first half, both teams, but very uncharacteristic for Yankton.
Yeah, a lot of penalties in that first half. I think somewhere between 8 and 12, something like that. So we're going to learn from those penalties and move on and play Watertown next week. So that's kind of our mindset already, is move on from this game, look at our mistakes, and we'll do that in film tomorrow. But for the most part, we got to move on and get ready for Watertown.
Except we're not moving on yet because we have a couple more questions.
True. Right.
No, what does travel do to the team? Obviously, it's kind of, people use it as an excuse sometimes, and it's often used, but there is something to it, right? I mean, you're traveling across state. These guys, they get to stretch out and stuff, but they're sitting on a bus. Is that just why sometimes maybe a team comes out flat?
I think our team does a really good job of kind of breaking up that trip. We had a walkthrough, we ate lunch, and then we had a quick walkthrough before the game here. Sometimes that can be scary, like you said, coming off the bus and kind of having that mentality of, hey, I'm kind of comfortable. So we kind of preach the it's okay to be uncomfortable and have a sense of urgency. And I think that was lacking right away, but I'm glad we progressed into that.
And have you met Josh Boelter yet?
I haven't. Josh, nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm Bryce's new color commentary guy, and thank you for joining us, Coach. I wanted to ask you about rugby a little bit. I felt like today he did a really good job of progressing through his reads, finding the check down a few times, and that even led to a couple touchdowns doing that. Can you just tell me about that, him being able to find those check downs and things like that?
Absolutely. I think Spearfish did a pretty good job for the most part, covering right away, and Rugg had some pressure right away, and I think Gavin Swanson, our running backs, did a great job of getting themselves open and checking down, and Rugg just read the field and decided to check a lot, and that was a good read because nobody was there defensively, so it was a big benefit for us, and yeah, hats off to him. He did a great job. But, yeah, you can definitely see him progressing and progressing each week.
Yeah, and, I don't want to focus too much on the penalties because it's a nice win, of course. But, right. There were a lot of, like you said, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, especially in that first half, and got even chippier in the second half. What do you kind of tell your guys in a situation like that when things get heated, maybe just to try to calm them down?
We kind of stress to use it as fuel, to gather yourself, and we have a saying called flush it. And, we flush that penalty down and we move on to the next play. And
I had the same saying for something different, but the same stuff.
And that's a tough thing to do. But I think they did a pretty good job tonight. We were at one point, I believe we were 2nd and 41. Or we had a 2nd and 41, and then we had that pass to Goebel. And I know we had 5 penalties on that drive, but those guys battled through adversity, and that's something that is really good to see early on in the season. But that's kind of our saying, is we got to flush it and move on. And I think our tempo does that, so they can't really hang their heads and think about it because they're already worried about the next play. So that's kind of fun that Coach Huber has that tempo built in.
Yeah, and next week, Watertown at home. First off, can you just tell us a little bit about Watertown, what we can expect in that, as well as it's got to feel nice to have a home game finally?
Oh, big game, big home opener versus Watertown. Watertown's got a good football team. They got a really good run game with Hudson in the backfield. That's kind of going to be our primary focus on him, but I know they've switched quarterbacks a couple times already with Carey, and I forget the other quarterback's name, but they got a good run game, so we got to stop that right away, and we'll see how that goes. So that's what we're going to plan for.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a big victory out here in Spearfish. You, of course, want to start the season 2-0, and obviously much more schedule ahead and we have the Coaches Corner tomorrow. We'll talk in more depth about this game and what's coming up for the Yankton Bucks. Safe travels back east, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thanks for making the trip, guys.
Yeah, of course. That's Coach Matt Decker, Yankton Bucks. Again, victorious 38-0. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Hello and welcome back here on your KYNT and KYNTV post-game show. Taking a look at it here, we're going to go through some stats. This post-game show is brought to you by Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. We're going to take a look here, starting with some team stats for the Yankton Bucks. Looking at it here, 602 total yards of offense. You look at it here on the ground, 229 yards rushing, and we'll get into the passing here in just a second here as we go into the individual stats with Rugby Riken, 26 of 33 passing, 373 yards, three touchdowns there for the senior quarterback. Really stepping up through the air, going through his progressions and making plays. You move on to the running game here. You look at it, Gavin Swanson leading the way, 17 carries, 95 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, and a touchdown. And Rugby Riken, 10 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown as well. Shaler Platt with 30 yards rushing, Evan Cirk with a rush for 18 yards, and Easton Nelson with a rush for 3 yards. Moving on to the receiving totals. Here, Austin Goebel with 2 catches for 107 yards. We talked about that big 60-yard catch there in the first half. Cody Oswald, 8 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Gavin Swanson as well, 64 yards receiving and a touchdown. Tyler Solar, 4 catches, 46 yards. Matthew Sheldon, 3 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Gilmore, 2 catches, 24 yards, and Shaler Platt, 2 catches, 8 yards. Moving over on the defensive side, there was 1 sack on the day for the Bucks. It was a combined sack with Matthew Sheldon and Charles Foote, and then 2 picks on the day for the Yankton Bucks. One in the first half by Shaler Platt, and then in the second half, Mac Riken, the Mac attack, as Bryce Ladwig likes to call him, getting it done. And how about Trevor Paulson? 1 field goal on the night. It was good, and 5 extra points on the evening as well. Move over to the hometown Spearfish Spartans. Looking at here, Seth Hamilton, 9 for 27 passing, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. He led the way with 45 rushing yards as well. Second was Hunter Walters, 4 carries, 14 yards. De La Hoyde with 5 catches for 69 yards, and Brady Hartwig with 2 catches for 21 yards. As a look at your stats here on the evening, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue your Yankton Rexall post-game show. Bucks win 38-0 here to move to 2-0 on the season. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes on KYNT and KYNT TV.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Thanks to Josh for going over the stats of the game. And overall, Josh, let's keep our analysis pretty short because, we do have a 6-hour trip back. However, I will say 600-plus yards of total offense. That's an overall good day for Yankton, but just something about this game felt odd, and I think I figured out what it was. It wasn't all the penalties that caused this, but I think it was just a lot of kind of the stop-start of momentum.
Yeah, and there'd be a big play and then a 15-yard penalty, and a big play and then a 15-yard penalty. And some of them, I guess it doesn't really matter if they were or were not penalties. So a lot of them were, and it's just one of those things where when that happens, it can throw off your rhythm. It can also change what you want to do in a game plan. And you saw that where Yankton had to go more to the passing attack today. And we talked about it. Riken, 337 yards passing and 3 touchdowns through the air. And he was just incredible here for the Bucks tonight.
Start for our awards of the game. Let's start with our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Josh, who we got?
Yeah, we're going to go with Shaler Platt tonight. Couple tackles, got an interception. He did a really great job. There's a bunch of guys who you give it to. You give it to Cody Oswald. You could give it to Mac Riken, who had a pick as well. But I think we're going to go with Shaler Platt tonight for that interception.
And then our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Look, we're going to have to go with Rugby Riken. I know it's 2 weeks in a row, but let's be honest. He had almost 500 yards of total offense, 373 yards passing.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And, there's a lot of guys we could shout out here. I mean, you look at it, Gavin Swanson had 95 rushing yards, as well as 64 yards receiving. Austin Goebel, 107 yards receiving. Cody Oswald, 90 and a touchdown. There was a lot of great effort, but when you have almost 500 yards of offense, you got to be the offensive player of the game.
And, and they just did an excellent job. And let's check our out-of-town scoreboard quick. Brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. And go ahead and hand it over to you.
Yeah, let's take a look at it here. Rapid City Stevens up big on Douglas. 63-0 is the score in that one. It says third quarter, not sure on that. Final, Pier over Brookings, 48-0. Watertown took down Huron, 34-19. And, of course, here, Yankton over Spearfish, 38-0. Mitchell plays Sturgis Brown tomorrow in Mitchell. And then Aberdeen versus T tomorrow night as well at 6 p.m. So a couple interesting games tomorrow night with T and Aberdeen.
And then we'll jump into our highlight segment, our Yankton scoring plays of the game. And whenever you are ready, Josh, we'll go ahead and begin that.
Let's take it away. First up, with about a minute 15 left in the first quarter, Rugby Riken to Cody Oswald for 4 yards and the touchdown.
Pass out to the left to Cody Oswald. You can put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Up next, we got Gavin Swanson with 2:14 left in the second quarter. Swanson 1 yard out for the score.
And Swanson has it, and the bowling ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Yankton. You can put 6 up on the board. Yankton now leading 16-0 here in Spearfish.
Up next, just at about the end of the first half, Riken punches it in from 1 yard out on the run for the score to make it 24-0.
Ball on the 1, second and goal for Yankton. Here's that power formation. Rugby gets it, keeps it himself, moves to the right, plenty of room, and that is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Rugby Riken.
Next up with 10-11 left in the third quarter, it's Riken to Swanson for 26 yards. Swanson goes in and goes whoop for the touchdown.
And Rugby looking to pass. Pass the scramble. And pass out to Gavin Swanson at the 20, turns to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Gavin Swanson in for another Yankton Bucks touchdown.
And final touchdown of the night, Riken to Sheldon for 19 yards and the score.
A ball on the 19. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. Rugby Riken takes a snap. He's looking to pass. Pulls out to his left. And toss to... Didn't quite catch who it was, but they're in for a touchdown.
And that did it as Yankton won 38-0. I had to channel my inner Chris Berman there for a second, Bryce, but Bucks walk away with a 38-0 victory.
Yeah, and on that touchdown, it was Matthew Sheldon. So apologize to him for not catching that jersey right away. Yep, as you said, Matthew Sheldon. There was a couple of people blocking my view, but great performance from the Yankton Bucks, up and down. And overall, at the end of the day, or at the end of the night, rather, just a good victory for the Bucks. 2-0 on this season.
Yeah, and it was a complete performance, and this defense as well. We haven't talked enough about them. They've given up a total of 6 points to start the season. They forced turnovers.
6 too many. I'm joking.
I mean, hey, if you can pitch a shutout every single game, that's awesome. But 6 points is pretty good. Something I think Coach Mooth is going to be happy with. And, you look at it here, you're 2-0 going into your first home game next week against Watertown. That's going to be a big game on Friday night.
Yep, the home opener, that is on KYNT TV and KYNT with the crew right here. Braden Butler running the camera, Josh Boelter, and myself. Remember, if you ever have any camera problems, his name is Braden Butler. He's the one behind. now he's walking away. And, no, the whole crew will be there, and it will be an excellent night of football. Home opener at Crane is always something special. Hopefully after that will be 3-0. But right now, Yankton will prepare as a 2-0 11AA football team. And I want to thank all of our sponsors and Aaron Stewart, our KYNT studio producer. And whenever we are on road trips, we always are dealing with internet gremlins or things of that nature. And he's always on top of it, helping us out as best as he can 6 hours away. And I think overall it went well. I want to thank all of the viewers and listeners of our broadcast here tonight. And make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube so whenever we go live on KYN TV, whether it's the Coach's Corner, Yankton Athletics, or even Mount Marty Athletics, you will be notified. And you can tune in for all of the action. For Braden Butler and Josh Boelter, I'm Bryce Ladwig. Yankton 38-0 over Spearfish here at Lyle Hare Stadium in West River. Yankton victorious on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Thank you for listening to KYNC or watching on KYN-TV. This broadcast is property of Riverfront Sports and is brought to you by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo,